We knew that the case was right behind Shealis.
It's in the you're pretty sure that it's the only chest in the room. So,
and she seems to be guarding it.
She's certainly taking up a position in front of it.
So, I say we listen to Gordon just a little bit late, and let this play out as well as it can. And then once there starts to be a victor, then we jump out and,
Okay.
Oppose the victor.
Okay, so you don't want no witnesses, is what you're saying. I like that idea. So it fits with you guys.
I'm talking about the guys down in the southern half of the room. We already made a deal with Diogen.
Well, Diogen doesn't care anything about the case. His whole thing about getting you.
He just wants her dead.
He wants her dead, and he never really talked about why.
He's not doing all that well against her.
Well, no, he's hurt, and
we've already healed him once, and he's still not looking good.
Yeah, he's not happy, and frankly, Shealis seems to be getting the better of him. He had that sort of force shield up in front of him, and she was blasting away. You get the impression that Shealis is something of a magic missile specialist. So she was sending all these missiles at him, and the shield was blocking it, which meant that Diogen knew what he was walking into. But now that he's injured, that force shield seems to not be as powerful. And she's just blasting away with these variant magic missiles of fire, missiles of sound, that she is just blasting away at. And your guess, standing where you are, is that shield that he's got up is going to fail, and that's going to be it for him if something else doesn't happen.
Like I said, I know Poe's already healed him once.
I'm out of spells. I have a cure light, but I'm done.
I mean, we at least have to go down and get everybody healed up as much as we can. I know Ono at least is down pretty bad, right?
He's at 2 hit points right now, I believe. Eric, does that look right to you?
Is he the only one? Is
he's the only one that bad?
Yeah.
Down pretty much.
Bondrum's hurt, but not terrible.
Ono's hurt.
Yeah, Arendar's hurt, but he's not hurt horribly.
Well, I guess actually Bondrum's down to 5.
Yeah,
it's a hell of a fireball.
I got, from my notes, I've only used burst once, so I've got 4 of those left that I can do, which is 46.
That's good. That's a fair amount of healing. I think I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come down for quite a while yet. So.
Yeah,
all right.
Didn't anticipate fireball, but I wouldn't mind. Actually, wouldn't mind having Bro up here to kind of start picking at whoever's winning, just to make sure the victor down in the southern half isn't very strong whenever they win.
Well, they've been cracking. So I mean, you could probably. So Arendar, yeah, all right. So Arendar, I guess you're really the only one who's in a position to see any of that. Why don't you give me a quick perception?
I think Poe is too.
Poe, can you see? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he can see. Poe, you give me one too.
So perception.
$18, solid.
Let's see.
I know.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm thinking the exact same thing. Are you eating an apple? Is that what that is? I can't see. Is that a minion? 23. All right. So Arendar, it looks like, so basically it's Gorang and this Silo woman who are sort of fighting, and Gorang's got a mace in his hand, so he's trying to whack her with a mace, and he's hitting her a couple of times. So she's got some fresh dents, but you get the impression that she is more of a caster type. She hasn't drawn a weapon or anything. She's been fighting with spells. This gnome woman, Elenwe, is she's taking the brunt of Sila's ectogram. Poe, you'd be able to tell that Elenwe is probably a witch, but she has taken some really significant spell damage. Fissures have broken out and are bleeding on her face. There's a dribble of blood coming out of her nose. She's sort of holding herself up on the chair over here to get one more spell in. She's hurt.
So basically it's 2-on-2 up there, and then the guy that we all want to kill is just trying to stay out of it. Doing probably the same thing we're doing.
He's up on the ceiling, so he's spider climbing, it looks like. And he's got 3 points. He's got his rapier in one hand, and he's looking around. He has seen you guys, and frankly, you get the impression that he's looking for an escape route at this point. This was not what he bought into. He was here to probably to broker the deal, make sure everybody stayed on the up and up. And now all this chaos breaks out. This was not something he wanted to happen.
There's no windows or doors up here, so we're the
no, there's not. So yeah, he's got to get past you guys on the stairs somehow if he's wanting to escape. So he's in a bit of a pickle, I guess would be the.
How tall is the ceiling in this room?
About 10 feet.
Okay.
So he's up. You could probably jump up and stab him if he.
Yeah, 10 feet with a weapon. Yeah, I can easily reach the ceiling.
So he's sort of hanging down a little bit in case somebody attacks him, and he's kind of like at first when you saw it, he was kind of like keeping his options open, right? He was going to make sure that if anybody came over in his corner or anybody got wise, he was going to be prepared to hit him. But nobody seems to be paying him any attention. Everybody's got their own other things going on except for you guys. Now he's seen you guys, but he's not really paying a lot of attention to you guys. He's watching this.
The big
he's
fight.
No, he's watching the fight.
Fight.
Yeah, this one. Knowing Larion the way you guys do, he's probably assuming that whoever wins the mage duel is going to take. He's probably assuming that whoever wins the mage duel is going to take possession of the case. He's got to be in the position to consider if this all goes and there's winners and losers. He's going to be in a position. He's still got to broker the case to one of these.
He's neutral, so he can still just jump on the winner's side.
And you got to figure he's probably taking a commission, right? So he wants his cut.
Oh, I'll give him a cut.
So that's where we stand.
Okay.
Any other questions? Any other comments?
Yeah, because it looks like I'm at the first in the turn order.
Mm-hmm.
From where I am and from what I've been able to gather based on other people's reactions, do I know this guy's here?
Have you been up to the top yet?
I don't think you've been up to the top yet.
Well, I can't see where the stairs end and the room starts or whatever, so I don't know.
If you haven't been where Poe's standing, then you probably couldn't see it.
Okay,
I'll draw it. So
I thought that I was at the landing, but apparently I'm still like on the top stair, perhaps.
I think
You're on the second to the top stair right now.
Yeah, the stairs
The top stair is where Ono is right now.
It's right here. This is can you see that? My stupid color is that stupid green.
I see the green, so that's the top stair.
Yeah, that's where the top of the stairs is right there.
Okay.
So like Poe is standing on the second floor. He's not on the stairs.
Yeah, there's only two of us on the second floor.
Now, and Wraith, I don't think you've ever been upstairs. Now, your brother may have said, "There's that Dick Larion" or something like that, which would be entirely in keeping with how Arendar might do something.
I've only been up here for a round, and I've only been facing this direction for a round.
Okay.
I don't know. I probably know there's a combatant over there. I'm not even sure if I.
Yeah, and the bigger question for Wraith is that a fireball just went off.
Yeah, it did,
and engulfed a whole bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
And the little teenage monk guy looks injured. And his brother's up there.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm guessing that this square is going to be difficult terrain.
Yeah, because Ono's sort of like sitting down on the stairs. He's pretty hurt, and I think he got some healing at the very end of last time. But it was just because I think the fireball knocked him unconscious. Hold on, I just got to roll something here real quick.
Yeah, he was down for a round until I burst.
Okay, so normally moving through a friendly square is free.
Correct.
It's a normal move, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the question is it still a friendly square and he's not blocking things up? Or is he laid and stretched out on the stair and I'd have to try not to step on his midsection or something on the way up?
It's just twice as much. So it's like moving 10 feet to get past him.
I don't know that it would be. So here's why. If he was unconscious and prone on the stairs, I would say yes, he's difficult terrain. You got to jump over him or get your boy past him. Otherwise, you could injure him. But he's conscious and theoretically can move at least. So the idea behind passing through a friendly square is that your friends move out of your way for you rather than block you, right? So I think Ono can move, and he is conscious. He's just grievously injured. So I think it would be free. I don't think it would be difficult terrain.
And Lorelei is flying, correct?
Yeah, Lorelei is up on the second floor, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's
up
high.
on the second floor. She's high up. So
Yeah,
with one move, 5, 10, 15, 20,
I'm gonna move
25, 30.
Lorelei just over this way, so we don't. So you're gonna just come ripping around there.
Yeah, with a single move, I can get here.
Okay.
And I at this point attempt to do what? A perception check to see.
Perception, yeah, to see. To see Larion. Well, that would be. Is that a natural twinzo?
That
Right
is.
off
And
the
so
bat?
there's a fly over here in the corner that's giving me attitude.
Somebody dropped a copper piece over in the corner over there, and there's Larry, your old friend Larion, up in the corner. He sees you as well, and it's just like you could see his face is just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know that guy, and I
Mhm.
hate that guy. So I'm going to shoot that guy.
All right. So, I guess you can. You can.
I only took a single move.
Yep.
So I made the perception check. I see him hanging up there. I know that we don't like him, and so I'm going to take a single shot.
You gonna say anything? Like, I wish I had never let you go. You big.
Say anything like, we told you if you crossed us again.
No, I'm just going to let the arrow talk. Hopefully,
I was gonna say the arrow.
that would be a
Oh,
natural
crap.
20.
strongly worded.
It's 2 natural 20s in a row. Confirm it.
Let's see.
Confirm the crit.
Holy
26.
crap.
Yeah, that is.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. He's within 30 feet, so that's a
Correct.
26.
I hate you.
So
All right.
that would
Confirm
be
crit.
yes, and I'm going to take the
24.
damage, so that's 24 points of damage.
24
With a
points of
single
damage.
arrow.
That hits him right in the guts, and he's like,
He's at the wall.
He's well, he hasn't fallen off the wall, but he is very unhappy about that, and he's got that arrow sticking out of him. And you see him. I got to put him in the thing now, but you see him scuttling across the wall to try and get away from you. Hold on, I got to roll initiative here for him. Okay. So yeah, he's not happy about that, and he's pretty much guessed your intentions at this point.
Like I said,
Nice
I
job,
didn't,
dude.
I
Just
didn't need
murder.
to say anything.
Nope, it's true.
Maybe it was just an accident. Maybe he was just,
Yeah, I accidentally hit him for 24 points of damage.
he was cleaning the weapon and it went off.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It was a negligent discharge.
Don't you
My
know you're
bad. My
never
bad.
supposed to clean your bow with an arrow in the string. You know this. It's lesson 1 at archery school. All right, so that's Wraith. Vondi. So where's Vondram? Oh, she's on the stairs. He's
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
on the
stairs.
stairs.
Okay, so you just saw Wraith kind of get up. You hear the twang of an arrow, and somebody that sounds suspiciously like Larion going, "Ow!"
I think I'm gonna grab Poe.
Do you have time for that?
Well, actually,
It is Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's Day.
Okay.
oh. never
Weird
mind.
flex, but okay.
Um,
I'm gonna heal you guys. If you want to reserve, I can heal you, and then I would again suggest that we stay in the stairway and let these guys kill each other. But if you're
yeah,
gonna,
I'm not gonna go up and get into the fray. I'm not gonna do anything. I'll reserve till the end. I'll go to the end of the order and see if anything comes up that I want to do.
Did you say you had healing too?
No, I thought I did, but I was looking at your cost sheet on a different Excel spreadsheet. I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was odd.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing.
So you're gonna wait?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna
I am.
delay? Official delay?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Didn't we just do Arendar? How did that happen? Oh, Arendar, we did Wraith. Sorry, sometimes I get the twins confused.
Imagine that.
Arendar, you're up. Your Wraith just
that's
ran
fine,
past
there's
you and shot Larion, and all you can do is like, that's my bro.
No,
Going,
I
I
started-
called dibs,
I
asshole.
started to yell at Wraith, "Get back here!" And then after I shot and saw that I almost pinned him to the wall, I was like, "Nice, bro." You know what? I don't want to engage anybody right now, but I'm going to go on op fire Anybody that's making movement towards Wraith, I'm jumping up and swinging at them.
All right. All right, so that's the thing. Anybody makes a move to Wraith, you are going to expend. Now, you only get one action on Opfire. You know that, right? You don't get your full turn.
Right, and at this point, would it be worth getting out of another area of effect spell at range?
You can rethink it. Hand still on the pawn.
Like
She's
south
not
of
standing
me?
behind her target of ire.
Yeah, like south of me?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, you're at a cone danger right there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move to there and.
Okay, you're gonna move. You're gonna move. Oh, you're going in front of Wraith, who's got an arrow.
I'm going right there.
Okay, gotcha.
That way.
All right, so you're pretty close. So you get a better look at this Elenwe. She looks pretty rough. She's holding on to the thing and she kind of looks at you, and she looks a little confused, frankly, like, who the fuck are these guys? But she's definitely.
I'm not being threatening
up some other acts.
I'm pretty much taking a defensive stance in front of Wraith is what I'm doing.
Okay. All right, so you're blocking, so nobody from over here is going to get at Wraith. Gotcha.
Correct.
All right, excellent. Lantern Archon's turn. So this fella kind of flies over here, gets next sort of by Diogen, and emits a bunch of rays, 2 light rays at Diogen. Hold on, I got to check Diogen's AC real quick. There he is. Oh, yeah, huge AC because, mages. All right, so 2 light rays from him. What do you get? 13, that's a hit. And a 6, that's a miss. So one of these light rays that shoots out of this guy hits Diogen. 4d6. So, boink. Ooh, max damage. So Diogen gets hit with this, and you hear him like going, ah, as as one of these light rays here, and you hear Shealis laugh, and she's like, "Go get him!" To the Lantern Archon as he does that. Titus, you are at the bottom of the stairs. Technically, you're on the first floor still. Vondrum's right in front of you, and then the stairs are in front of you, and you've seen Vondrum seems to be waiting for something. Ono is like slowly sitting up, and you know that the twins have gone upstairs. They're upstairs somewhere. You can hear them sort of stomping around up there.
That's what we do.
All right. I will attempt to heal Ono as best I can with dang it.
Yeah, if you move up next to him, you don't even need the range touch. It's just an automatic default.
Hi, Oren.
Apparently that was funny.
Right. So I'm going to try to heal Oren.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can't remember what that magic power is.
It's
called.
D4 plus 1.
Okay, thank you.
So you're going to go up the stairs and touch him past Vondrum?
Oh, do I have to touch him?
Otherwise, you have to do a range touch.
Yeah, otherwise you have to range it.
Miss. But if you walk right up next to him, you can just touch him as a free action. And
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Well, he's got 2 hit points left.
Oh no, yeah, he's at 2. He just got, and that was after he got blown up, sir.
All right. Where is he? I don't see him on the map.
He's right there. There's Ono. Can you see him?
Okay. Yep. All right. So
it shows you on the 2nd floor, but you're not really on the 2nd floor.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will attempt to heal the lad. Oren, are you ready? Are you ready to feel some heal?
Looks like he's ready.
Ready for some good touch?
3 points. That's a little. Hey, it's better than
Thank
nothing.
you. Thank you.
All right, so you get. Go ahead, Erica. Add a 3 there.
Yes, sir.
Excellent work, Titus.
Thank you, Titus.
Okay, so these fellows are going to. Let me go ahead and roll that real quick because they are back in business. 12 zones. Okay. Got a lot. This may be the largest amount of creatures that I have ever had on a initiative chart for a while, certainly.
And we're only 2nd level.
I know. So she's like, Uh-oh. And they're like, and these guys, let me go ahead. If we got them on here, no. We'll get them in a minute. Hold on a sec. Let me move them real quick. So next up is Diogen, and he is going to all right, he's going to do hideous laughter. So I need Shealis to do that. Let me just do this real quick. No. So you see him cast a spell. He's trying to. So he's doing a couple of things. So Diogen is doing a couple of things. He's trying to recombobulate his fading shield, and you do see that he manages to infuse it with a little bit more magical energy, so it becomes stronger. At the same time, he casts some sort of spell around it at her, but she just is like, just shrugs it off with a natural 20 and blasts it away. It's obvious to you guys, or at least to Poe, who can see this, is that Shealis has got the edge here, and you think that in this duel, Diogen is his strength is waning, and it may be the end of him. But that's what he does. He's also got his eye on that Lantern Archon, who looks to be ramping up for another shot. Larion scoots across here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then he drops down from the ceiling and crouches down behind the imp and pushes the imp away so that it has to flap over here a little bit, and just like pushes the imp out of the way. So he's crouched down. So he's trying to take sort of half-ass cover from Wraith behind this table, is what he does. These guys.
They're still asleep, aren't they?
Not anymore. Not after a fireball went off. And then let me do this real quick. Who's Vondrum? Vondrum, you're at the bottom of the stairs. Give me a perception check. Jennifer. Natural 20. All right, so you're at the bottom of the stairs and you hear bang, like a wooden door being blasted open. Not blasted magically, but like thrown open so that it crashes against the thing. And then this happens.
Do I hear it from above or below?
Well, you're still sort of, you're only one thing up on the steps. So if you, natural 20, you look over there, you can see this guy. Can you see this guy over here?
Oh, I was on the other map. Yeah, I see him.
Okay, so you look over there. This is a Chilaxian man. He is dressed in plate armor, has a shield, and he has some sort of sigil on his painted in red on his chest. Well, 2 sigils, really. One of them is obviously the inverted star of Asmodeus. Underneath that looks to be a stylized version of a whip or a snake. It's hard to see from here, but in red on his plate armor, his blackened plate armor. And he has thrown open the door and just basically rolled into the building.
Does he see me?
No, actually, well, he's not looking at you. He's looking over straight ahead. He's looking at Torrent, who is now being attacked by badgers. So probably well, let me roll a perception. Hold on a sec. I'm just going to roll a quick perception.
What's his reaction? Is he shocked or?
He looks moderately angry, but he doesn't necessarily look angry at you. No, he's looking at Torrent. You're pretty sure that he doesn't see you, or he's certainly not looking for you. He just blasted in the door and he sees what's directly ahead of him, which is Torrent and the Badgers.
Okay, I'm going to.
With a natural 20, you think that there might be other people outside in the street in the doorway.
I'm going to loud whisper up behind me. We got company.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Shealis. So Shealis kind of comes around, and she sort of laughs, and you see her hand reach up, and it's just like tracer bullets flying off of her hand. These are some of those variant things. These look like some sort of chemical trail is going past as she blasts them. The shield seems to take the brunt of it, but a little bit. I mean, you can see him sort of stagger back at the assault. There's 4 or 5 of these blasts come out of her hand and go into the shield, and you can see portions of the shield breaking apart. And you think that Diogen maybe has taken some. I mean, he's throwing every effort that he can. Whoops. He's taking every effort that he can to try and keep these things out, but they're still blasting through there. And you can see him sort of back, and there's blood coming out of his nose now. And she actually takes a step forward and is moving closer, steps over the desiccated corpse of the centipede and moves like a step towards him. Oh no.
You're muted, by the way.
I am?
Hi.
No.
Okay.
There it was.
Ono has learned a valuable extra crispy lesson that he's not a tank. He is a level 2 monk and therefore right now an auxiliary fighter. He's gonna not charge right in.
Okay.
Smart man.
I'm assuming you're to stand up, so I'm just going to go ahead and stand you up.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay.
And you know what? Can I stand ready to punch somebody if they attack either Wraith or Arendar or Poe?
You have to be close to him. You're on the stairs right now, and Poe's at the top of the stairs. So if you want to get in a position to do that and sort of take up the sense of it, you're going to have to go into this room.
Okay.
And there's a combatant right next to the top of the stairs.
Well, Diogen's there and the Lantern Archon, but the Lantern, I mean, you're not an expert, Arendar, of Lantern Archons and their behavior. This one seems to be either friendly with or familiar to Shealis.
Right.
Okay. Here's what I know. Shealis is the lady who throws around fireballs.
Yes, she did.
And,
Guilty.
If I get hit by another fireball, it's gonna be a bad scene. So I'm actually gonna stand down for now and stay on the stairs. I'm gonna just stand ready to if it seems critical.
Okay.
I pass.
All right, so you're gonna hang. Poe, bottom of the order. You're there. You've seen all this Lantern Archon stuff. You think Diogen is in a bad way. He's losing this duel.
Yeah. All I can do right now is heal people because everybody's down, or a lot of people are. So that's what I'm going to do.
All right. How did that get
3
delivered?
Points. Burst.
A 1d6? I thought. Oh yeah. Okay. So that's a burst.
Thank you very much.
What's
Yeah.
your range on that? It's everybody in
It
range.
should hit everybody. It's 30-foot radius. So
Okay. I'm going to put a little circle on you. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Boy, look at you could and Poe, you should be, or Gordon, you should be able to see that circle. That's solid.
Yep.
Can Vandrum go now? He's bottom because he went to the bottom of the order.
Sure can.
I've got message on from before. I
Okay.
don't remember who with.
I don't
I
remember.
want to say
who
it was
either.
Arendar.
That was everybody.
I thought it, no, I think it was just a few.
I
Like
think
I
she can only do a couple is I think what the deal was.
Here.
She usually go for the fighters up front because they don't know what's going on behind.
So everybody close to Poe, and that's everybody in the party who's missing any hit points take additional 3 because Poe burst
Right.
healing energy.
So I think it was Arendar or Wraith. It was one of the 2 of those guys, and
I think it was
Poe.
Wraith.
Yeah, I think Poe too. Yep.
Wraith and Poe. So anyway, I'm going to message. I'm going to whisper to Wraith that we've got a Chilaxian guard that just came in the bottom, and I'm going to try and slow him down.
So just as a reiteration, the Sargavans are essentially Chilaxians. You're in a Sargava is a Chilaxian colony in the
okay.
south. So Sargavans are Chilaxians. So he's obviously of Chilaxian extraction.
Which is the bad guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're the
Right.
guys attacking Gate Pass. Yeah,
Yeah.
Their moms love them.
Okay. Their mom. Well, that's good. Mom should. So anyway, I'm also going to cast.
not even their moms love them.
God, that's horrible. I'm gonna cast lightning sand right in front of the door.
Show me.
So
Lightning
I'm
sand,
gonna-
I forgot. So it's so that's a 10-foot square, right?
5-foot radius, 10-foot square, yeah. 5-foot radius, 10-foot diameter, circle, square.
Gotcha. Okay. So 5-foot radius. I'm gonna put one out there.
Can I move myself to the other map down low, or do you have to move?
Sure,
me?
if you want to. You want to be right here?
I can't see. There we go. Okay, and I need to check my distance as well.
So I put out an orange circle. You can tell me where you want to put the lightning sand while I look it up. 'Cause I forgot
Okay,
what it does.
so I'm gonna move to here. I'm gonna have to take a full move to do this. So I can be within 30 foot, and then right, so people coming inside the door are gonna have to leap over it.
Okay, so you're putting it right there. So he is so he's in it. Lightning sand. The very earth becomes shallow lightning sand or dry quicksand. Creatures in that area who fail their save gain entangled. Those at the end of their turn in the area must save again. Creatures that move into the area must save immediately. Those that fail must end their movement and gain entangled. Blah blah blah. Entangled creature can attempt to break free as a move action, strength, or escape artist. DC is equal to DC of the spell. What is the DC of the spell?
Survey says DC is a 14.
14. All right, hold everything. Let's do this. Wait, let me check and see if I did my friggin' homework, which I should have. Okay. There we go. I did my homework. Isn't that nice?
You do mine too?
Honestly, I'd forgotten that I'd done my own homework, so I don't know that I can do yours.
Well, then we're gonna have to steal your lunch.
Just don't lock me in a locker like I had happen to me before. I don't want that. Nobody does. All right, so
I would threaten a swirly, but at this point, that's irrelevant.
I am immune. I am swirling. No one can swirl me. All right, what's the DC on that lightning sand?
14.
14. All right, it's a reef, right? Reflex save. All right, he doesn't have a great reflex save, probably due to the heavy ass plate armor he's wearing. Oh, he is entangled. He falls doesn't fall, but he's entangled by this stuff. He's stuck in it as he sinks down to like around at mid calf and is trying to work his way out and can't do it.
Can I hear others coming from behind him? Can I hear conversation behind him?
Not really conversation. You can see there's a guy. Well, let me just do this. This is probably the way to go. I'm going to open that up, and then because he would leave it open. And then you just see, the only thing you really see is that there is a dude coming in behind him, but he looks different than the guy. This guy in plate mail is
So they're not
obviously
twins.
it's obviously a soldier of some kind or a fighter of some kind. The guy behind him looks more like a thug.
Yeah, I'm gonna
local
message
rabble.
message back upstairs. I'm definitely gonna need some help down here.
Okay.
What's Torrent doing with the badgers?
Getting eaten by them. So you
She's
see
an
Torrent, she's sort of trapped between two badgers. At least one of them has latched onto her leg. Another one, you can see that she's got blood streaming down her arm, and she's just trying to swat him away with this sort of stick that she's got. You think maybe it's just a piece of wood that she picked up off of one of these work tables.
You know, I'd help her, but she's an NPC that's been absolutely useless to date.
That's a good point.
She's also our biggest hook, but yeah, she's been pretty useless.
Oh, well, I would be a fairly poor DM if I didn't have an emergency backup dead Torrent plan. Now, wouldn't I?
I'm gonna jump. Good luck.
Good to go. Good to see you, brother. I'll reach out this week. We'll talk. All right, sounds good. See you, Josh. All right, but yeah, she seems to be. She's surrounded by badgers. This guy was looking right at her. He's still. I'm gonna roll another perception for this guy to see if he knows that it's you that did this to him. That's the wrong guy. I gotta look at a different guy. This perception. Where is it? He's not very perceptive either. He's basically just a giant cannonball. Ooh, but he saw you, so now he sees you, Vondran, standing up there on the platform below the stairs. And he's like, he's got his sword. He's like, you're next. He says in Chilaxian. Let me go ahead and get him an Nash. Not great, not great. But let's everyone see. Initiative is like democracy. Everybody deserves a spot. Here we go. Put him in 13, and I'm gonna run until more people show up. I'm gonna run his crew on his initiative. If he has a crew, for example. If one were to think that he had a crew. Okay, so that is Vondrum. Well done, well done. Top of the order. Wraith.
All right, I'm going to tell.
Larion has partial cover, so he's a 20% mischance behind that table.
Yeah, no, Larion's an idiot because I have a 30-foot move and he's about to get stuck. That's beside the point. I'm going to tell Arendar that Vondrum has trouble downstairs. He needs to go now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move to here.
Oh, wait, before you do that, I have some factors that may be there. You see this guy, Gorang, clout this silo over the head with his mace. She's like throttled back, but she was focusing on Elenwe. She gets off some sort of spell, looks like some sort of like Eldritch Blast thing, and Elenwe goes down. She's knocked over, the chair's knocked over. She's not moving. She looks unpleasantly still.
Okay.
And then, but these two are now the fight is sort of progressing between these two chuckleheads. This guy is flying over against here and getting behind Gorang and like trying to stab him with a little curved knife. And he actually does get him in the sort of the shoulder, gives him a little slash, but he's definitely helping out this Scylla.
Okay.
Oops. All right. Now your turn. Sorry.
Now, so I've told Arendar he needs to go downstairs now. That Vondrum's got Sargavin problems. Or Chilaxian problems, whichever sounds more dire. So he does that.
Okay.
Then I'm going to move to here. This guy, Gorang, does he appear to be a Mwangi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He does.
So the first thing I'm going to do is shoot this guy.
Okay. You shoot Larion? That seems,
Yes.
I think
20 to hit.
That's a hit.
10 points of damage.
I feel like you guys need to like maybe,
10 points of
I don't
damage.
know, Larion, he could be a friend to you.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, so you see him as he sees you running around and he's like backing away. He's like, whoa, no, wait. And then the arrow is like, wait, hold on, stop shooting. He says, please, I can explain.
10 points and he's still alive?
He's still alive. He's a
Yeah.
tough guy.
No, this guy's full of crap.
Wait, don't shoot me. Don't
20,
shoot.
24 and then 10.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. He's no slouch. All right. So is that it for Wraith?
Well, yeah, that's all I have.
Okay. Arendar, you've got your orders.
So he's going to hesitate for a second. But yeah,
You gonna run downstairs?
hesitate. And just as you go by, Wraith, are you sure you got this?
Got it.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I get to, oh no, on my first move.
Okay. And then
So
1, 2.
I'm going to leave myself on oh no. Can you move me to the other page?
Where are you? I lost you.
I'm probably under oh no.
It's on the same map, I think, Mike. You can do it yourself, I believe, can you?
I just can't see anything on that side of the map, so I don't know
There
where
you
to put myself.
Oh.
So this you get there is where you are.
Okay. That's
And
right.
sorry. Oh no, I'll bring you right back. Sorry about that. I had to move you around a bit. There you go, buddy. All right. So yeah, you're right there on your
So that's
first
one
move.
move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. So you come whipping around here. I'm assuming like you got here, quick left, and then straight north down the stairs.
Yeah, I don't know. All I knew was there was fighting, and I'm certain I hear the badgers fighting her more than I see this guy just standing in a pile of sand.
Well, yeah, the badgers are making a ton of noise, and Torrent is not happy. Those badgers are just like tearing her up. I mean, you can see there's blood streaming from a series of bites. One of them has latched onto her leg, and it's just like, and she's trying to shake it off. She's making all kinds of noise, like, I hate badgers. Get them off me. Arendar, help!
So yeah, I'm heading that way, and I get to within.
You would definitely
10
see
feet.
this dude though. He's sort of
Yeah,
stuck.
I'm going
He
to
looks-
tell you that our problem's at the door.
Screw Torrent.
We got time for that?
Our
Oh,
problems.
we don't have time for that either.
Our problem's kind of in both places at the moment, but
Yeah.
All right.
So-
All right. So that's 2 moves for you. So you
Yeah, I'm done.
are.
And you can take me
struggling-
off the op fire thing. obviously.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just going to give you 25 because that'll cement your place. All right. So next up is the Lantern Archon, who's going to take a couple of shots. Shots. Let's see. 1. Ooh, that's going to sting. 2. First. Aw. Oh, come on, Lantern Archon, you piece of crap. All right, so that's a couple more points for
Probably need
this
to replace
fella.
his batteries.
Huh? he's been busy. He's running down. But yeah, 2 more shots from the Lantern Archon, who's really seemed to have dialed it in, but they pinched a little bit of that force shield. He kind of like moved it around when he saw that the Lantern Archon was shooting again and kind of got it in between, but it wasn't enough to stop total damage. So a little bit of got through. You see her smiling. Well, you don't see it, but she is smiling. Titus. Now you are by Poe. I'm sorry, you're by Ono. He seems to be a little better. Ono, did you put on the recent hit points that the extra 3 that Poe did? Because he just burst for 3 points.
Sorry, did he just now burst?
Well, a minute ago, little
Yes,
bit ago.
I did.
Okay.
I'm now at 8 points.
Okay.
I was at 2, then I had 3, and then 3.
Okay, gotcha. All right, perfect. Titus, you
Thank
are up. Ono seems to be more on his feet, but you just had Arendar come whipping by you down the stairs, and you can
Like flying down the stairs, yeah.
Yeah, if you can hear what sounds like somebody getting eaten by badgers, and Vondram yells out, "No, our problem is over by the door." You're not sure what the hell she's talking about, though.
What door? Do I know what door he's talking about?
You heard the noise of the door flying open down on the first floor. You're assuming it's that.
All right, I'm gonna head down the steps and take a peek.
All right, so you're gonna go down there. You want me to put you on the other side?
Please.
You got it, buddy. All right, so you're over there. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Let me find out what my perception is.
Yeah, what is your perception?
My perception is that I'm playing with a bunch of fools.
Yeah, you can roll a natural 1 perception and figure that one out.
Okay, +8.
+8, go ahead and roll. +8,
Yes,
that's
sir.
pretty solid for 2nd level perception.
Well,
No, you're a good guy. You're a perceptive dude. Roll it.
26.
26. Yeah, you see everything. So Vondram here has just done some sort of arcane magic over by the door, and because you can see that this guy in plate armor, who you can readily recognize as being a Chalaxian guy, is now like he looks like he's sunk up to like almost his knees in the floor. You're not sure how that works, but it's like she liquefied the floor. Do you know anything about Sargavans and Chalaxians? Knowledge local, maybe?
I know everything about them.
Ooh. Because you can see with the 26, you could easily see the sigils on his armor, and there might be some information there.
Okay. Well, let me roll.
So what knowledge skills do you have?
I can tie my shoes.
That's good. It's good. I mean, in the game world, though.
Oh, I can tie my shoes in the game.
Here we go. Titus, got it. Let me check you real quick.
So you don't believe me? I'm serious.
I don't believe
can
you.
Totally tie my shoes.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, you're right. That's about it, isn't it?
Spoiler alert, he's got Velcro.
Well, my mommy loves me too.
All right, so you would. Ooh,
But you know, I do know my way around gate pass and
Eyes and ears of the city. That's what I'm thinking. I think that would give you. Tell you what, give me just a raw 20, D20, no bonus. Just let's see what you get.
oh, a raw dog. Okay.
Raw dog 20. What do you get? What do you get?
17.
17's pretty good. All right, I am going to tell you. So you see the symbol on this this symbolism on the guy, like painted in red paint on the guy's blackened armor, and basically you recognize the top symbol is a symbol of Asmodeus. The bottom symbol is what you would recognize because you've seen some of these guys around. It's the sigil of the Order of the Whip. These are Hell Knights from Cheliax. They are not popular and rarely seen out of Sargava. What this guy is doing here, you have no idea because you've never seen any of these guys. I mean, you know this because you once saw a representative from the Sargavan government in Gate Pass on business or what have you, and he had one of these guys with him as a bodyguard. But that's a Hell Knight.
And I shout as much to the gang.
Okay. Like up the stairs or down the stairs, like that's a Hell Knight.
Well, I don't think my shouting is restricted to one single beam. I think I can shout pretty loud. I think my party is close enough to hear me.
Gotcha. Okay. As you do that, you see the guy look over and he's like, he sort of like gives you a weird sort of grimace smile as he continues to try and extract himself out of this sandy floor. All right, so you still can cast a spell. You haven't really moved or done anything.
Yeah, so I'm gonna splash him with some acid.
Ooh, okay.
Because I don't like what he said.
Well, he's entangled, so he loses his dex bonus to AC, which is nice.
Okay.
But he is wearing plate armor.
Oh, well, then maybe a nice little magic missile.
Magic missile will definitely hit. Acid splash, but magic missile you have a limited amount of.
Right.
I don't have many magic missiles, but yeah, you can do the acid splash all day long.
Right. Well, I've got a couple left. I've only used it once in this.
Okay.
Melee.
I don't know. He's. I mean, it's your call. You know these Hell Knights are no joke from a fighting standpoint. Now he's stuck, but that's not going to last forever. It may not even last till next round.
Right. Let's see. I don't have any. I can't sing and charm him any. Let's see. Maybe I can daze. Yeah, I'll daze it.
Well, he's not in a. I don't know. I don't want to question your choice. If you want to daze him, you can daze him. But he's not in a position to attack anybody right now. He's stuck. He's entangled in. I mean, he's up to his knees in some sort of liquefied floor.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Let's see.
Acid splash would be an easy hit right now because he's immobilized.
Right.
Well, I won't say easy hit. Would be an easier hit.
I just thought if I could incapacitate him long enough to let Arendar or somebody else.
Well, he's already incapacitated effectively where he's at.
Okay.
Once he gets to me, then yes, that would be. I would very much appreciate that.
All right, I'll just acid splash for now then.
All right.
Let's see. So I roll a D20. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that.
Ooh.
Was it the 17 or the 5?
Well, I was trying to get
17 was to recognize that it was a member of the Order of the Whip.
And the 5 was an accident. But I'll live
the
with
18
my
plus 8 was to figure that out.
It's +8, your bonus?
Yeah, the 18 plus 8 was the perception.
Yeah. Oh, I mean his spell bonus.
So the 17 was the next roll.
Right, which was his intelligence check to determine.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so he rolled a 5, but it sounds like an accident because he doesn't have a spell bonus or anything on it.
Right. I accidentally clicked on D20 and it rolled.
Okay. What would your spell bonus be for throwing acid?
It's gonna be 1 plus whatever your dex bonus is.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Well, he's second level, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 1 plus
Oh.
whatever.
Right.
So dex bonus would be +3.
So
Okay, so 4, 9. That's still going to miss. The acid hits his plate armor, and you see it dripping down the plate armor and sizzling all the way, leaving a bright sort of silvery smear along the thing as it burns off the black paint. He looks down at it, and he looks at you very calmly and says, "You're lucky that didn't touch the symbols."
Huh. Now that is trying to hit range touch with no dex, right?
He's got +4 dex bonus. Or +3.
No, I'm talking about this guy's AC. It's his touch AC, and he's got no dex, which lowers it even more.
Oh, it's his touch AC. Hold on.
Yeah, it's his touch AC.
It might be different. Hold on. He may have hit him. Oh shit! Yeah, he did. That's a hit. 13. You got?
No,
I don't
9.
I don't know.
9. All right, still a miss. Still a
I'm
miss.
just letting you know he gets no dex for that touch AC. So
Yeah, I took it off.
Most people, it's going to be a 10 for their touch AC.
Yeah, that's what it is. He rolled a 8.
Okay.
Or 9, I guess, is
Right.
that 5.
Yep.
So it hit him, but it didn't do any damage to him because it rolled off. It burnt. It made a mark on his armor. Okay.
On my honor?
No, your honor is intact, my friend.
Oh, thank God.
All right. Anything else you want to? I guess you just moved a little bit. Well, not really. I mean, that's where you were. I mean, I think you still have a move action, don't you? You've yelled that it's a hell
I
night.
ran down. I looked around.
Yeah, he moved down and then cast, so he's done.
Okay, so he's done. All right. Torrent seems to be. She's laying about with that piece of wood. She ends up hitting this guy over here for a couple of points of damage. Just pisses him off. She's trying to whack that badger off of her leg and not having much luck. Diogen is going to he's trying to regroup and cast again. Let's see, he's going to try and cast that same spell. She's going to do this. That is going to do some damage to her. You hear her yell out, "Ah!" as some sort of reddish beam of light comes out of Diogen's hand as he puts it around the shield and gets her for several points of damage. But it is obviously tiring him out, even with the healing that you guys have been doing to him. So the Hell Knight is going to try and extricate himself from the thing. This would be what did it say? A strength check?
CMB or escape artist?
Well, CMB is best, so he's going to try and get out of there. He's got +5 CMB. So he is going to try and beat, I think it was DC 14, you said?
Yeah.
Got it. So he is going to extricate himself from the sand and step out over here. I think that is going to be it for him. No, it's not, because he still gets to move. Because that's to extricate.
Some of them say it's a full round action to get yourself out. Some of them don't.
I'm looking at it. It's a entangled creatures can attempt to break free as a move action, making a strength or escape artist. DC is his area of effect. Okay, so yeah, he's going to step out, and then he has a move action. Well, he has a standard action really, but he's not in position anywhere. So he is actually going to move towards Arendar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spells speed is 25. So he's just like crunching across there towards you, Arendar. Probably on his way to punch Titus's head in for that acid thing. Okay. Larion. He yells out to Wraith, hold on, stop shooting. We can make a deal. And he's got this hand over his arrow, and he sort of limps over this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he turns back around. He's trying to get that thing in there. He just passes up this battle going on here. And he says, look, stop shooting. We can make a deal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he goes over here on the other side of Shealis. Shealis doesn't seem to be paying him any attention. The badgers continue to gnaw on Torrent, doing several points of damage as she begins bleeding fairly profusely, and you begin to see that she's starting to weaken. Shealis reaches out and blasts away. This one really does it. There's a sort of cluster of munitions that leave her hands. She's just like, and it kind of melds together and blasts right through his thing. They all hit, and she does this much damage. 13. He had 11 points left, so Diogen is blown backwards onto the floor, and he is not moving very much at all.
Okay, Chuck, your target just changed.
She smiles and
Did it?
and as she sort of looks around, and then she's like, you see her, Wraith, I guess you would see her talking. She says something to Larion, something very terse, and he's like, yes, 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 that kind of thing. Oh no, you passed last time, but now you can see you saw Diogen get blasted to the floor.
Mhm. Okay. Here's my concern. I think that Larion and or possibly Shealis might have information that we need. I don't want to kill them. I'd like to knock them out,
Okay.
tie them up,
Okay.
and ask a few pointed questions.
Okay. Spoon at the ready.
But you're half health, and there's no one else that's going to be a target once you step up there.
So, what I'm gonna do is, goodness gracious, I'm still down a whole bunch of points. Shealis is gonna start doing the fireballs or missiles or something. I got that lantern archon right there. Man. And I don't know what's going on with the Gorang versus Scylla Scourge melee there. I have no clue what that is about. I don't have enough information to really jump in and start swinging. And it looks like none of my friends is in imminent, critical danger. I'm going to move into the room and stand ready. I'm going to get off these stairs and out of the way. So I'm going to go, here, Oren, watch out. Easy, easy, easy. I got you. Hold still. I'm going to go 1 and 2. I'm going to stand next to Diogen. Actually, I'll go right here. I'm gonna look and see. Does it look like either Larion or Shealis is about to turn and notice me and start shooting me?
Oh, I think they both see you. You're standing in front of the person that Shealis just killed.
Yeah.
They're a little. Well, Larion knows who you are, but Shealis does not. So you can see Shealis sort of go like, "Who's this guy?" And Larion go, "He's one of those guys that I told you about from the warehouse." And she looks over and she actually says to you, Ono, "Why did you bring Diogen here? Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I don't know.
Good answer. Excellent answer. All right, so you're gonna stay there. You're gonna stay there. You're not gonna attack. You're just gonna sort of like.
I'm gonna just be ready if anybody attacks me or if anybody poses a big danger to my friends. Can I stand ready?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna just stand by and be on guard, and if anybody attacks my friends again, I'm gonna jump in and punch them.
Okay. All right, got it. All right, so this guy, what is his?
I'm gonna bring Owen upstairs, so I'll be right back.
All right, see you in a bit. All right, so let's see. They have acrobatics 2. Wow, that's pretty good. I'm kind of shocked, actually. All right, so It is Poe's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Ono as he passes to yell if Wraith gets into trouble. I'm gonna go downstairs and try to help them and see what's going on down there.
Okay. Good party split. I like it.
And before I go down, I'm going to tell.
You could see Titus at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, I'll yell out to Shealis and Larion that I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a Jalaxian Hell Knight in the room downstairs. So somebody else knows what's going on here. And then I'm going to go down the stairs.
At that point, so something interesting happens at that point. When you say there's a Chalaxian Hell Knight downstairs, Scylla over here looks around. She's sort of backing up from, because Gorang is sort of like swinging a mace at her. He's like, I'll kill you. And so she's sort of backing up. She's Ace Elenwi with some sort of spell, but she's backing up. When you say that there's a Hell Knight downstairs, she yells out at the top of her lungs, Verna, I need help up here. And you're like, who the fuck's Verna?
Probably the Hell Knight.
Could be, but she definitely got, I mean, you got her attention when you said there's a Hell Knight downstairs.
Okay. And then I'm going to go down. Let's see. What's the move to get down the stairs, Les? Is that like 15?
Yeah, it's 15 to get where Titus is. So, yeah, I'll just put you over. I'll put you right behind Titus.
All right,
So that's 10, 15, 20. There you go.
Okay. So I can get to about there.
Yep. Now that's just one move. I mean, you haven't done anything else, I don't think.
No, not yet. I'm going to tell Lorelei to stay up there and let me know if anything changes upstairs.
Will do, sir. So yeah, you get down here. You see this Hell Knight it looks like he's heading over to Arendar, and frankly, that makes a kind of a sense. This guy's a fighter. Arendar has a martial at it. He's got that big sword. I mean, he's got a it's a what the hell's
Falcata.
A falcata. So yeah, he's guessing that you are.
I got a chain shirt and I've got a falcata.
Yeah, so
I got a
he's
shield in
thinking
my hand.
he's thinking you're the fighter type here. So he's headed towards you.
Okay, I'm going to try a cantrip called Askew Balance.
Okay.
Which basically is just a way to make him fall. It's a fortitude save, DC 14.
Askew Balance. And if he misses the fort save, he just plops over and falls prone. Okay. Fort negates. All right. Let's take a.
I'm doing this.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna do the fort save. So his fort save is it's +6. What's the DC on that? 14. Okay.
Rolo.
D20 +6. Here we go. Ooh, natural 20. You see him stagger a bit, and he looks over at you, and he's like, and he continues moving towards Arendar.
Better that than hitting you with that, I guess so.
True. Vandrum. He's extricated. The sand is still there. What the hell is that?
Ooh, shit. Well, it was a potential critical.
Well, what did you do?
Instead, it turned out to be a hit. I slugged a alchemist fire at Yam bad guy.
Ooh, so a splash weapon. Well, that natural 20 is going to be dead on. What kind of? Oh, so it's alchemy fire.
Which is D4, and then every turn he has to try and put it out.
Right.
That's that.
All right. What'd you roll?
2.
2 points of fire damage, as now he is covered with alchemical fire, which seems patently unfair.
And then I should have one other move, right? So I'm going to move down to here.
Okay.
Oops, actually, I'm going to go right here. Between doors. Those are 2 more doors, right?
No. Where are you talking about?
What are these?
Oh, yeah, those door stands are sitting up there.
Yeah, I'm going to sit up there between the doors.
Oh, and post up and get some protection.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. How many points of damage on that?
2. You're gonna make me say it again?
points
It's so embarrassing.
of fire. Hey, you hit him. That's better than nothing. He's not easy to hit, especially on the move. All right. So
What does
that's,
he have to roll to not take damage next time? How does that work?
is it a
Oh, a DC 10 dexterity check.
dex check? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So he's got a little fire going on. Weird. He seems nonplussed by this. He does not seem to be altogether taken. This is a tough guy. He doesn't care that he's on fire. That is tough, by the way. If you're on fire and you're still like, I'm still going to try and kill that guy over there, that's tough. That's a tough guy. All right. So these guys, so Wraith, you see these guys over there. This little imp, man, gets Gorang with a stab. He gets him right between the ribs, and Gorang's like, oh, God. And you see at that point, Sila just sort of reach out and touch his face, and Gorang rears backward from it. He got hurt, but he does manage to sort of backhand her with the mace. So he takes this. So he's hurt, but she gets hurt as well with the mace, and both of them seem to be just slugging it out. The imp seems to be having an absolute ball. He has got his little knife and he's flying around. He's like and just stabbing people. He just slipped one right between Gorang's ribs and made a real problem out of that. So, but he clocked her with the mace, so she is hurt, and he might have broke her jaw there.
Okay.
You're up. Larion is like, stop, he's over by Shealis now, and Shealis is talking to Ono, which you've heard, and she's like, who are you guys and why are you here? Larion's like, these are the guys from the warehouse. And he's like, and he's still got an arrow, he's trying to pull the arrow out of his leg, and he's like, look, stop firing.
Okay. I'm going to speak to Gorang in polyglot.
Okay.
And ask him why he's here and who is the person he's fighting.
He looks over and really, he's kind of backed up and he's hurt. He's like, I don't know who you are, but I am Gorang Asibu, and I am here to acquire the case, of course, and keep it from getting to this scourge wench here. I'm gonna kill her, and then I'm taking the case for my own. The Asibu need this to fight the Sargavans. And I don't know why I'm telling you all this information, because I don't even know who you are.
Okay. So up and over the table is what? Difficult terrain?
Yep.
Let's see.
Or you could stand on the table.
Yeah, I could.
Like it's ladies' night at Coyote Ugly.
Oh, because I'm trying to move the wrong freaking guy. Okay, so 5.
The perils of playing twins.
10, 15. No, it's worse than that. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30.
Okay. Were you going up and over?
Yeah, up and over the table.
Okay. Sweet.
And then I'm going to put an arrow in Scourge's back. So
in Sila. Okay.
So at this point, I get
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack and
flanking.
And flanking?
Yep. You're within 30 feet.
So here's a question. Can you flank with anybody? I mean, I don't know that I would consider Gorang an ally. He's just some random dude.
But she's a combatant. It's someone.
So she's trying to pay attention.
So
he's
he's
trying to bash her with a mace.
Yeah,
so
he's
her
definitely
attention
doing that.
is there.
He just clocked her with it. Hard.
So
18's a hit. I got to check
19,
that one. That's going to be close.
And if I get flanking, which I should, it'd be 21.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry, I didn't have her right here. Here she is. Inquisitor. Oh, yeah, that's a hit. How many points?
6 points of damage plus 2 sneak attack. So 8 points of damage.
8 points. Well, that's more than she's got. This arrow takes her high in the back, slips between the ribs, and you see that arrow shaft penetrate in much farther than you expected it to go. It's just like, and she's like, oh, she stiffens real quick and slides next to the table and sort of like is trying to hold herself up with the chair, pulls the chair down, and she falls to the ground. And as she falls, you can see that the arrowhead is protruding slightly from the other side.
And then
Gorang looks at you and he's like, ha ha, thank you. And he whirls around and bam, hits that imp, and the imp goes flying across the wall, bangs off a couple of things, and he's like, ah! You know, that kind of thing. But he's taking a bunch of damage.
And then I'm going to tell him again in the Mwangi language.
Mm-hmm.
Take out the imp.
I will. He turns around. He's like, now then, you little pecker, your time has come. And he begins chasing him around. All right. All right. That's enough for you. Arendar, what are you doing?
5-foot step up, and I'm smacking at the
badger?
At the badger, and I'm telling Torrent to get her butt upstairs.
Okay.
$22.
22. That's almost certainly going to be a hit. Yes, it is. So you get in there and just clout this badger. 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
You hear the badger make. Well, honestly, I don't have any idea what kind of noise this badger makes when they get injured, but it's probably ugly. And it turns like, you know, making that face at you like, I'm going to eat you next. Anything else other than that? And remember, you've got a flaming dude getting ready to hit you.
Yeah, he's not here yet, and there's no way I'm moving that direction. So
okay, all right. So lantern archon. So this thing. So oh no, you see Shealis's eyes sort of go to the right, and you look over and you see this lantern archon sort of goes and wiggle, and she's like, yeah, go ahead. And he flies over here, over the top of Diogen, and 2 more of those rays just go into his body, as it's just floating above him, and it's just like it's just shooting those rays into him.
Okay. Overkill much?
She wants to be sure. Titus, you're up.
All right.
Dude's on fire that you hit with the acid. You're not sure what's going on elsewhere, but he's still headed towards Arendar. Arendar just clouded the badger, and Vondram is slipped between 2 of those door things, so she's trying to get out of the way out of the line of sight. You're not sure. She's probably because you can see through the open door down here. There's one other dude. He looks like he's steeling himself to jump over the liquid sand.
Well, I noticed the Hell Knight is on fire, and I don't have any water, so I have acid.
Perfect.
So I'll see if I can help put it out.
Okay.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, you may want to restart or refresh your browser. But yeah, you missed him again, especially now that he's on the move. He's back at his full armor class. So yeah, that missed him and splashed over here somewhere.
All right, I'm doing a refresh. This is getting silly.
Okay. Do you want to move or anything?
No, I think I'm okay where I am.
Stay there at the bottom of the stairs? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Torrent has decided that discretion is the better part of valor. You've yelled, get upstairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Titus, she's like, excuse me, I need to get upstairs. She's bleeding a lot and is a little gnawed on. But that's as far as she can go. Diogen is pretty dead. Now it is the Hell Knight's turn. All right, let's do. All right, I'm gonna do. Yeah. So he's all right. So he is going to go at Arendar first.
Does he roll for the damage to see if he is able to put the fire out at my turn or his turn?
I think on his turn. So let me do Dex check. It's Dex check, right?
Yeah, it's only 10.
All right, he's got +1 only on his Dex. So let me just go ahead and roll that. See how that finagles out. Made it. So he is out. So let's just go ahead and get rid of that. Fires out, and he's just going to go right over here. Single move, single attack on Arendar. And he has a longsword out. Ooh, he's kind of tough, man. This guy's bad. He's bad. 16 hit you?
Nope.
No, miss. As he tries over there. All right, so now I'm looking at acrobatics. They have +2 acrobatics. He wants to jump 10 feet. That is, according to this, an acrobatics 10 DC at +2. So the first guy is going to try and jump it. Here he goes. He makes it. All right, so boom. First action, jump. Section action, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then this next guy, running jump, and he's gonna roll. Shit. So he fungos the jump. Hold on a second. Let me get him up. And falls in the sand. So he's here in the sand. He gets like halfway across and just like, and he is entangled and trapped in the liquid sand. You also see, hold on a sec, let me do this. Get those guys. Boop. You see, those of you who are downstairs, you see what looks to be an elvish woman's face, or maybe half elven, at the door, and a couple of more dudes behind her. All right, that is Hell Knight. Larion. Oh man, what is he gonna do? He is going to wait. He's gonna
Is die by my hand one of the options? Because that's going to happen.
No, I think he's gonna pull a potion. Let me see if he's got it, if he's still got it, or if he's used it already. Hold on.
If it's invisibility, he doesn't have it.
Well, he drank a potion of spider climb. He had several potions on him.
He already used that.
Spider climb he used. Where is it? Come on, potion of healing. Potion of healing. It's all I need.
He doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it. Shit. Huh. He's gonna. Wraith, give me a perception check. $12. Okay. All right. Oh, shit. Ono's right there. Damn. He's gonna try it anyway. All right. So, Ono, give me a perception check.
Yes, sir. Coming up.
Wraith, you're looking the wrong way. You don't see this happen.
I guess I'm watching Gorang to see that he runs off to do what I told him to. And Ono's
Perception.
watching his toes.
Ono is watching the Lantern Archon finish basically barbecue Diogen. Okay. Oh shit! Hold on a second. Okay.
What's he casting?
Ono, you hear what sounds like a man going, "Oh no, stop!" And you turn around to see Shealis and Larion have sort of switched places. And Shealis has just pulled a long dagger out of Larion and says, "You should have never betrayed me, Larion. I knew you would do something like this." And you see him sort of step back a little bit, and he falls to the ground, and there's blood pouring out of the wound.
Okay.
She looks at you and she says, "I apologize. Larion was a traitor, and he always sought to keep the case for himself. This was by rights. He's more than once he has betrayed me, and this was his final betrayal."
Okay. Can I do some sort of wisdom check or perception check?
Sense motive.
Sense motive.
Sure.
Is she lying to me? Here. I'm gonna go with sense motive. 19.
19. You're not sure if she's lying, but you turned away for a second.
Mhm.
And when you looked back, they had switched positions. And you're thinking, man, I'm fast. That was fast. That was faster than I could have done that.
Really? Because I have a really high dex score.
Exactly. That's why you're thinking something's wrong here, because that was too fast for comfort.
Okay, so I think she's probably faster than I.
Potentially, yeah.
Huh.
Potentially.
I'm fast. Okay.
Badger attack. This badger's going to come around and attack because he's closest. And then the other badger is going to attack Arendar. So first things first, badger attack. Badgers like to bite and claw. So they get claw, bite. Hold on a sec. And they all get +1 on that. So here we go. Claw. And this is on Arendar. Ooh, let's confirm that. 17 confirm.
No.
All right, first claw's a hit.
Matter of
Second
fact,
claw's a
I thought
miss.
21 doesn't even hit.
It's a natural 20. It still would have
Yeah.
missed. Okay. All right. So that is, so the claws, how much does he do? So the first claw, nat twinzos, D3, so half plus, I don't know, we could even do that. So hold on a second, half of this. So that's a 3 points of claw damage. Now on the other thing, the guy looks away, looks down, and he's like, "Oh, what is this? What is this madness?" And it it confirmed fumbles on the second claw. So let's just have a look and see what that does. Got to go to the chart for the natty fumbo. -4 frustration, -4 penalty on all attack rolls. That makes sense. So this thing is biting at his metal greaves and getting nowhere. And the guy just looks down and he's sort of like, "What are you doing? Get away from me, animal!" As he continues to focus his efforts on Arendar. Shealis looks to you and says, actually, she moves over here and she opens up this cabinet. And she says, "Look, there is still, we can still," and she looks to Ono, and she actually takes Wraith in this as well, and Gorang. I mean, you guys are sort of busy, but she sort of looks, she's more focuses on Ono. She says, "Look, the players may have changed, but the deal remains the same. The case is for sale. I assume you are here because you want it. If so, make your offer." And it's Ono's
I'm going to
turn.
enjoy Wraith's negotiation.
All right.
And she does. She opens this little trunk back here
Mhm.
and lifts out a box, and it's a metal box. It's reminiscent of like a safety deposit box. So it's small and flat and wide, and it looks to be made of some sort of silvery metal, and it has engraving and scroll work on the top. And there's a hasp with a some sort of like weird lock on it.
Okay. I say, ma'am, I'm not gonna attack you, but before we start to bargain or negotiate, I gotta know what's in the case. And I look at her real tough, like an 18-year-old can.
What's in the case?
What's in the
Why,
case?
it's the Sargavan military secrets that everybody wants. It's their battle plans for the taking of Gate Pass and all the lands beyond, and their preliminary attack plans for engaging the nation of Osibu. And she looks over at Gorang. Gorang is like going over there towards the imp, so doesn't hear this, and it includes the plans for the attacks on Osibu. It's incredibly valuable.
I say, wait.
Make your offer.
Did they actually write all this stuff down on paper?
Of course.
Okay. How did you get it?
That's really not important. The fact is that I have it now, and if you want it, make an offer. I'm
How
willing
do
to
I know it's the
entertain.
real thing?
I think the presence of lots of dead bodies in this building would sort of hint at the value of the case.
That's not a bad argument. Ma'am, hold tight. I'm going to confer with my colleagues.
I have to speak to my attorney.
We're not going to attack you, but I need you to stay there.
Yeah, I wouldn't speak for our party.
You need to say you're not going to attack her. You don't get to speak for me. You feel guilty attacking fucking badgers.
Ma'am,
Keep your guilt
Let
to
me-
yourself.
restate. I'm not gonna attack you, but I cannot speak for the rest of my party.
My murderous friends. Okay, cool. So you're just gonna hang back?
I am gonna just. I'm gonna move here. And
Okay.
just look pensive.
Okay, sounds good. Poe, where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. So yeah, so so one of those thug guys, he's got a short sword. He's running up there to help out. Looks like he's going to help out the Hell Knight. Another thug got stuck here. You can see in the doorway, sort of looking at the thug with a weird look on her face, this woman. She looks to your eyes, your trained eyes, half elven. The other half would be Chilaxian.
Right.
Almost certainly dark hair. Olive skin, classic features.
Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna try to help Arendar.
Okay.
5-foot step,
Mm-hmm.
full attack on the Hell Knight.
With the spear. Now remember, you're 5 feet up, so you're fighting downward.
Yep, that's actually a
That
benefit.
actually gives you a bonus.
Yeah, do you know what it is, Mike? What,
I think it's 2.
I think it's 2 as
It's
well.
either 1 or 2.
+2 for higher ground.
yeah, that doesn't matter. Okay.
Not gonna matter. Ting, bounces off the armor.
Oh, I'm flanked too with the Badger, but that's not going to make enough difference either.
Yeah, that won't make a difference. All right. And Vondram, now you are hiding over there. What are you doing? Wait, tell me what you're doing before you roll.
Sorry, I'm just trying to be fast. It's an acid splash. I'm going to take a 5-foot step there. And
Who are you acid splashing?
this guy.
The guy in the thing? All right. Oh, 14 will easily hit.
Just a D3. So this is a D6 in half.
So 2 points. Okay.
That's it.
Acid gets on him, and you hear him like, ow, 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 ow. It's on his arm, that kind of thing. And what's that for?
That's not me. If it was an accident.
Okay, no worries. Accidents
Sorry.
happen.
It was an accident. Sorry.
Anything else?
Nope. That's
Okay.
it.
All right, top of the order. Before Wraith, you go, you see Goran kind of run around here. He goes right up to this thing. The creature is sort of staggered a little bit, and he takes that mace and just like Hank Aaron's that shit. Just like boom, he cracks this thing, and it flies all the way across the room until it just fizzles out and disappears.
Okay.
And then he comes and then Goran kind of looks back at you, Wraith, and it's your turn.
I'm going to move to here. I need alt. Where's alt? There we go. So I have
By the post?
partial cover from the post.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say to Shealis,
Mm-hmm.
there are Sergavan military on the first floor. If you want negotiation, give me the case now, and we'll get it out of here. If you stand in my way, I'll have to kill you. Think about this. You've just had a spell battle. I don't know how much you have left. Maybe you do. I have 40 arrows.
Okay.
And Gorang is not your friend either. Think about this.
What's my
There's
guarantee
a
from
Hell Knight downstairs. And there's probably the people who come after magic users like you. If there was anything in this that allowed you to teleport out, if that information has already come to you, take it, use it, escape. Give me the rest so that we can get it out of here and save Gate Pass. Some part of you has to have some affinity to Gate Pass. Give it to me now and go.
98% capitalist, 2% gate pass.
That's true. Boy, she's tempted. So
This offer lasts for as long as it takes me to put this arrow on the string.
All right, I'm gonna move her up so that she goes next, just for narrative purposes. She thinks very hard about this. She has the box in her hand. She reaches down into the chest and picks up a bag. She puts the bag in her cloak and lays the box down on this table right here. And then she looks at Wraith and she starts stepping over the centipede and moves past Ono, looks at Ono,
Yeah.
6, and begins heading for the thing. And then she heads down the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice one.
And she's like, Titus, you look behind you, you hear somebody on the steps, you look behind you, it's Shealis, and she says, excuse me. And she's looking to get past you. Titus, give me do you have knowledge arcana or anything like that? Give me a spellcraft check.
Okay. Let's see, spellcraft. Okay.
Would Vondram notice her?
No, you're busy shooting acid.
21. Well, that's a good roll.
It's a great roll. I'm trying to figure out how to tell you this. All right,
dying?
so you look. Yes, you're. We're sorry, Andrew. You're out of here. No, so you recognize that Shealis's face and shoulders have an illusion on them.
Hmm.
You can sense that there's an illusion there. She's like, excuse me, I need to pass.
And
All right.
I say, show me who you are. Tell me who you are.
Show me the money. I'm Shealis. Let me pass. Your man upstairs has given me leave to get out of here and help you down here. All right. Just hold there. Arendar.
Well, don't I get to finish?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't know you were
I'm going to
finishing.
go and fish out whatever's left in the case.
Well, the box. So there's nothing left in the chest. It was just the box and this bag that Shealis picked up
on
and
the
put in her.
table.
Yeah, the case
So-
is on the table.
I'm going to check out I'm kind of in the table at this point, but I'm going to check out what was left on the table.
Okay, so it's the box, and you think that this is the case. In this case, it's got a little handle on it. It looks like it's about the size of a briefcase, but it's made of metal. It's about 18 by 3 by maybe a foot. It has a locking mechanism on what would be the top of it, and the metal is engraved with a bunch of like scroll work. It doesn't look like magical runes or anything like that, but you haven't had a chance to like detect magic on it or anything. And if you pick it up, you pick it up and shake it around or anything like that?
No, I'm going to try to open it. I want to see if this is the military secrets that we're after.
Okay. It's locked. Can you?
I'm going to check for traps and then open locks.
Okay.
So check for traps is perception.
Yep.
20.
You do not see any obvious traps on it.
And then what
Doesn't
is
look traps.
what is remove? What is open locks at this point? Is it
Disable device.
Yeah, it's disable device. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you. So disable device. 17.
17. All right. It takes you a couple of seconds, and you're working on it with your tools and things like that. But yeah, at one point you're like, and you do get it unlocked.
Okay.
You flip it open real quick, and it is filled with documents. In fact, not only documents, but there's also a small book. There is a small thing that looks like what's the tool you use in geometry? Like a protractor, yeah, sort of like an angle detector kind of thing that looks in there. Several ink pens and stuff like that are in there. It's filled with material.
So it does, at least on the surface, appear to be the military strategic stuff we're after.
Yeah, if you look down at you pick up a couple of the pages and look at them, and you can see that. Yeah, it's like it says things like, troop movement, logistical elements,
Okay,
third
so-
stuff. Yeah. So, and it's written. Do you speak Chilaxian or Sargavan?
Hang on. I speak a couple things. That might not be one of them. No, I don't.
Okay. So yeah, some of it is in Chilaxian, some of it is in common. But you recognize that it's almost certainly written Chilaxian. You just don't understand it.
Okay, so I'm gonna I'm gonna close that back up and then take possession of it.
Okay. Lantern Archon. So the Archon Ono comes over and sort of floats over Larion, and it doesn't shoot him or anything. It just kind of floats around him. And that's all he does. Titus, what do you do?
Well, am I still talking to Shealis or?
Well, she's still trying to get past you. So, I mean, right now you're blocking the stairs, but she's saying, "Excuse me, I got to get through. I can't help if you don't let me through."
Vondram, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to whisper once he alerts me that something's going on because I didn't know she was there. I'm going to whisper, use message.
Who were you?
To talk
Who did
to
you?
Wraith
It's Wraith. Okay.
and ask Wraith. I got Shealis down here trying to walk out the door.
What's
And
Wraith's? Oh, he's not there.
Gone.
he's like, I've had it with this. This is stupid.
So I'm assuming Wraith's going to tell me he feels like we're good to go because he just
Potentially.
looked at the chest and he felt like everything was cool.
It sounded like, yeah.
I would check with his brother, but
His brother's a little busy.
brother's not there either. Here he is.
I can see the Verm trophy in the background on his thing there. Can you see it in the background? Right there on the edge of that bookcase.
Yeah.
I love it. My handicrafts.
Shock. Shock.
I'm gonna
7 MP.
say
Chuck's gonna say that he let her go.
Yeah, he's probably going to say, "I've got the case." Yeah, and I
feel
made a
like
deal.
all
So as
right,
long as he says that, I'm gonna tell Titus. I'm like, let her go, let her pass.
I don't think she's who she says she is. I want you to tell me who you are before I let you pass.
I'm Shealis
looks like Shealis,
of the
doesn't it?
Cabal School. Yeah, looks like Shealis.
Yeah, she looks like Shealis, but her head is medicated in spells.
Can Bondram use a spellcraft or something to tell what's going on so I can ease Titus's fears?
Try. Yeah, sure.
Would spellcraft be the appropriate check?
Unless you have knowledge arcana, something like that. Spellcraft, probably.
Spellcraft is a little better.
22. Yeah, so you look over there, you can't really tell, and Titus is like, I don't think she's who she says she is. You see that there are some glamours going around her head and shoulders and that kind of stuff. There's magic on her, but she's from the school, right? You've seen her. This is Shealis. You've seen her around at Cabals.
I mean, Wraith has told me to let her go, so.
Well,
so
now he's back, so ask him the question.
I messaged up to you to
Okay.
ask if Shealis was leaving for a reason. Now that I was aware, and
Well, he'll tell you
he
that
would say yes.
he'll tell you that he managed to get the military documents by convincing Shealis it was in her best interest to take the magical documents and get out before the Sargavan. What do they call the ones that are seeking magic users?
The Scourge.
The Scourge. Before the Scourge get her. So he has no idea if this is an illusion and that's actually Jackass. He's operating on the assumption that that's her, and he convinced her to take what she needed and get the hell out and leave us what we needed.
I'm going to whisper back to you that might be a little late to avoid the Scourge or the Scourge.
Well, we're not. Well,
I am.
you are magic. My bad. Oops, I'll be down in a minute.
So I'm going to say, stand back and let her pass, Titus.
Okay. I I let her pass.
All right. Thank you, she says, and she will move on her next turn. So you just move out of the way, kind of thing.
I just kind of shift where I'm standing to let her get past.
All right, I'm gonna. This is like gonna put her to like here to indicate that she's gotten past. All right, so it's your turn. Do you do anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna daze the Hell Knight.
Is there any reaction from Torrent?
Torrent
Conversation?
seems to be a little surprised. She's quite injured, so she's kind of like a little shocked. She's just sort of standing there watching Shealis go by. Ultimately, you got to figure it this way. Torrent wants the case. She doesn't care about Shealis. That was Diogen's thing. She has no, and Torrent has no idea she's been looking around down in the first floor for the case when the Badgers woke up because of the fireball and they attacked her because she was at the time she was the only one in the room. So the Badgers just woke up and attacked her. Now she took it pretty hard by the Badgers. She's pretty wounded, but she has no idea what's been going on upstairs except for that at one point a fireball went off. And now Shealis is coming out, so she's got to figure we have the case.
Okay.
All right. So Titus, still your turn. Your proper turn now.
All right, I'm going to daze and confuse the Hell Knight.
Okay. Cool. So daze is he have to be seen. So you got to move over there.
Oh,
He has to be able to see you, I think. Is how that works because you're just sort of like mesmerizing.
Seems like I've got a direct diagonal line to him.
Let me check real quick. Spell clouds the mind. Oh no, you don't have to be in sight. So you just like you just scramble his brains.
Yeah.
Okay. Range is close. You let me see. Is there a spell? Nope. Saving throw. All right. So you're casting daze on him. Will save negates. What's the DC?
I think it's 14. Let me double check.
14. Will save. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 14.
14. All right. Here we go. 50-50 chance. He's got a +4. Here we go. Made it. He is not dazed. Will negates. Spells are bouncing off this guy, man.
He's been making some really good rolls.
He has been. And frankly, he's probably starting to piss you guys off a little bit.
Well, I think Les is refreshing his browser every 5 seconds.
Every time.
No, I added some things into Roll20. They give DMs all kinds of power, so it's great. I'm just kidding. Torrent, she runs up the stairs. Boom, 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 boom. Well, staggers really because she's so hurt. Wraith, you see at the top, you look over and you see Torrent come up. And she's like, she immediately moves towards you and she's like, "Is that it? Is that the case? Do we have it finally? After all this time, after all the things that we've been through together, do we have it?"
I'll say, I think so.
And you see her like, "Oh, thank God. Thank God."
Well, since you know what we're supposed to have, come check it out.
All right, I'm on my way, but I've run out of movement for this
Run
round.
out of movement. I still have to deal with the Mwangi, who may or may not be happy about this whole situation.
Well, he's kind of coming around and he's like looking at you guys and you're looking through the pod. He's like, "Hey, that belongs to me, I think." But in the interim, the Hell Knight is going to try to bounce a longsword off of Arender's skull and rolls a natural 2. So, donk, he does not hit Arender. And that's probably going to be hit for him. So the thug is going to try and get out of the thing, and that's CMB, right?
Yeah.
Or escape
CMB.
artist.
CMB and
Oh, he has escape artist is better. So but it's not great. So here we go. Nope. Still stuck.
No, you didn't. It was a 10. It's a DC 10 on
It's
that.
10. So he gets out. All right. So
I thought it was DC the spell.
I thought it was
Yeah.
DC the spell.
Oh, this one's the spell. It's not the acid. I'm sorry.
Right. It's supposed
Yep.
to
I
be
was on
DC
it. I was on the
spell.
last
He's still in there.
Sorry.
So let me.
So stuck.
I gotta check something real quick. So where is the other Inquisitor?
We killed him already.
No, you didn't. There are many. They all belong to me.
a second.
Nope, that's. Here we go. Okay, all right. So can she do what I hope she can do? Yes, she can. So she is going to try to dispel the sand. And that is essentially roll 20 plus her caster level against against your what is it again?
Who's casting what where?
Verna is casting
Half elf
spell
is gonna
magic.
dispel.
Yeah, the half elf is going to dispel the lightning sand. Can never remember this. This is so it's targeted dispel. She's going to you make one dispel check compared to the spell to the highest caster level.
Because isn't it?
All right.
Yeah,
Is
the
it just
DC is
caster level? Or
The
is it 10
DC
plus
DC
caster?
is
The DC is
11. DC
plus
is
the
11
caster
plus the
level.
caster's level.
so 13.
So 13, and she's got. Oh man, she may be able to wipe this clean. Here we go. 16. Yeah, she blasts this thing, and then walks in.
And now he's stuck in the floor. No.
Yeah, she sort of like says to him, "Get up," and she walks over here, and you see her looking at Vondrum, and she looks over at you see her looking at Shealis, and she says, "Shealis, the case, please. You can hand it over to us now." You also see a couple of more guys come in and sort of split the door. Badger attack. I love these guys. Claw. Natural one.
Humble.
Hold on. Let's 11. Is that a natural fumble? Yeah, it sure is.
You're attacking me, it is.
Sneeze. Days to the end of the next turn. The badger sneezes and now is out for a turn. The color of sneeze is yellow. He's out for a turn. This one, all right, so this one's going to attack him. He's at -4. So I have a feeling that he's not going to hit garbage. One,
Come on, natties.
2, 3. Yeah, no, nothing. So the badger's just clawing away at this guy's armor. They get nothing. Oh, no. Torrance just come upstairs. The lantern archon is kind of acting oddly. It's floating over the body of Larion and just sort of floating around it.
Okay, I see. I'm not gonna go mess. I'm not gonna mess with that. We've got the case, right?
Well, Wraith has it over on the table. He's looking. He's actually looking through some of the papers.
All right. What is Gorang doing?
He is turning around and walking towards Wraith.
All right. I'm gonna walk toward Wraith 2. I'm gonna keep an eye on Gorang. If Gorang gets feisty, I'm gonna kick him.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm gonna stand
Go ahead
here.
and move at your leisure.
I'm gonna move right there, and I'm gonna look burnt up, bloody, and dangerous. Rawr.
Gorang goes, "What happened to your eyebrows?"
I don't need eyebrows.
Poe. A little stabitation.
Yeah, I'm just if this guy walks up to here, this guy, can he attack me if I'm standing here?
No, yes, but he's at a certain
-2.
tactical disadvantage. He's at -2.
-2. All right. But I guess Arendar's getting flanking because of the badger anyway, right? Because he's got
Not really, yeah.
Yeah, something would have to be about right there before I get a flank.
don't you just have to draw a line from one to the other?
No, not for medium creatures. You pretty much have to be exactly opposite.
Okay.
And Arendar's telling you guys to back up. He doesn't look like he's going to hold his position much longer.
All right, well, I'm gonna do one more attack. I don't know what's going on here. And I do get the +2 still, so, and that's probably not gonna hit again. All right.
16. Nope, that is not.
And I don't really know what's going on with Shealis at all, right? Do I even see her?
Yeah, I mean, she's standing right behind you.
I'm just saying I don't really know that she's given the case to Wraith, and so what I'm saying is I don't really trust the fact that she's standing behind me, that I might feel threatened by that.
Well, there
Okay.
was a conversation that went on behind you between Vondrum and Titus. You probably overheard that conversation.
All right, well, I'm not going to do anything else unless.
Okay. Vondrum.
So this chick dispelled the sand.
She dispelled the sand. She's looking at you,
Your
and she
video
says,
I'm sorry, your map on the video is wrong.
is it? Oh, it's still, yeah. Sorry. Better?
Yep.
Sorry.
And
Yeah,
says-
she's looking at you, and she's basically like, we're here for the case. Shealis, will you, she's looking at Vondrum, but she's talking to Shealis. She's like, Shealis, will you, is the case upstairs? We're here to take it back. It belongs to us.
Oh, shit.
She also then
Do
says,
I-
where's
do I
my
know
friend
the-
Sila? Shealis, where's Sila?
Oh.
Shealis doesn't say anything. She's basically like,
I'm not going to tell you she's in a bloody pool upstairs
With an arrow in her
with
back.
an arrow sticking out of her back.
So she's probably already on to me that I'm a mage of some sort.
Well, you get the impression that she knows that this was your spell that she just dispelled.
Oh,
And these are the scourge. These are the people who are highly trained to seek out and eradicate
Magic people,
monsters. Yes.
which
Right.
is most of our party. Or at least it's just half our party.
Wraith and Aaron are like, we'll see you guys.
Peace.
Have a nice war.
We out.
There's Wraith with the case. He's running out. Gangway! What are you going to do, Vondrum?
I'm sorry, I'm out of spells. I've got
Do you have any 0 levels that you can spam?
I do. I mean, I've got one left in each, but I hate to agitate the bear at the moment. I don't know if that's the bravest, smartest move. And I know it's not going to do
Well,
2 points of damage to Shealis or one of the bad guys is like a waste of effort. I might as well save it for something that might be more helpful.
I don't know if Shealis is the enemy, but I know everyone down there is, and I don't think they're going to let us out of here. They're definitely not going to let you mages out of here. So
Right.
Well, maybe they will. They're here for the case. They'll
yeah, but
probably,
we're not giving
probably
up.
let the mages go.
I mean, they've each got, I literally everything I have is 2 points of damage.
Well, you know that Torrent's on their list of people to take into custody.
Right.
For sure. Now, you guys may or may not, I mean, the mages in the party may or may not be on that list. Titus, you suspect that your name's probably on that list too. But the rest of you, maybe, maybe not. Definitely Torrent.
Okay, I'm going to whoop, 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 upstairs.
All right, so you're going to run upstairs?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Holy crap.
All right, so there's the top of the stairs. Where do you go from there? So that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one move.
I'm going to stand here in between Torrent and the stairs
All right.
and watch the stairs.
Okay. Like from over the rail kind of thing.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell Wraith, yeah, the scourge has arrived, I believe, but there's someone down there that's a friend of one of the people that's up here that died. I don't know who, but she's not amused and she thinks that case is hers. And
Awkward.
that's it.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Very awkward.
Very awkward.
Oh, it's about to get
That's
more
it.
awkward.
Okay. Well, Gorang comes over here, stands at the table, and goes, It goes to Wraith. He says, I appreciate your help and you of your friends. I want that case for my people, though. What will it cost me? I'm prepared to pay. And Torrent yells out, do not give it to to that Osibu. We need it. We need to take it to the Lyceum.
I'm gonna
Lyceum is the other magic house, right?
I was prepared to pay Shealis. I'm prepared to pay you. Name your price, man.
Here's the thing. You're Mwangi. I'm going to speak to him in his own language.
Polyglot? Okay.
You're Mwangi. But I don't know if you're the Mwangi who wants to stay Mwangi or the Mwangi who want to take over Gate Pass. And I'm Gate Pass, and I don't want to be taken over by either of you, you or them. So which are you?
I am a Mwangi who wishes only for the Mwangi to have freedom from Sargavan influence. If you think the Sargavans will stop at Gate Pass, and you are wrong. I'm sure that those documents show that their real objective is to wipe the Osibu from the face of the earth and take over all of the natural riches of the Mwangi.
Quite possibly. So it behooves us both to get these documents out of here, don't you think?
I have been charged to bring them back to Osibu. That is my job. I mean to do that job, and I mean to. You have assisted and potentially saved my life. So I am reluctant to attack you for this. And frankly, I would rather get via gold. I would rather acquire the documents via gold than via blood.
It's good because there's no way you can acquire them via blood.
Why don't we do it this way? Why don't we
Cut
save
the documents down the middle in half?
Why don't we both save ourselves from the Sargavans downstairs first, and then we'll deal with this after?
Torrent's yelling. She's like, you can't make deals. Those documents are ours. Hey, the Gorang says, that's in polyglot back to you. He says, that seems fair. Let's take the fight to these Sargavans, and then we'll sort this out later. Just remember that my country will pay big bucks for those documents.
Much gold.
No whammies.
If
Big
we
bucks.
survive, money might be important. Until then, it's not. Let's go. And I'm gonna
All right,
put the case in my backpack,
Okay.
and I'm gonna start moving down because apparently
You see him reach in his cloak. He pulls out a small wooden kind of flask almost. It's made out of wood. Pops the cork on it, sucks it down, and takes some hit points.
Yeah. Let's go.
And take some hit points. Ouch, that wasn't a very good idea.
Apparently there's some
I drink poison for fun.
apparently there's some tin can asshole trying to hit my brother. I'm going to go kill him now. Come with me.
I'm with you, sir. Let's do it.
And I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
Well, actually I can talk and move double, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna no, because I made the action to tuck away the case. So I have the case in my backpack.
All right, and he's going when it's his turn. He's going to follow you. It's not his turn. Oh well, yeah, actually it is.
Yeah.
So he's
So
going
I
to.
talked to Garang. We have an understanding.
You say that to Torrent.
Yeah. Now we're going to kill things.
She's like, we can't have an understanding with the Osibu. We need these documents. She says to you in common. He's like, I'm willing to pay.
Well, then
all
I'll tell her in common. They need them as well, or at least they need the information, because we're the first step. We're not the last.
Okay. She moves to there.
Now,
Aaron.
let me get downstairs to determine that Shealis is not Shealis, so that I can finish killing that asshole. Thank you.
Wait a minute. All right, so Shealis moves over to there. She's looking, Titus, you can see that she's looking very intently at the door. Verna was watching Vondrum and talking to Shealis, but Vondrum ran up the stairs and you saw Verna run up there too. Shealis is sort of like crossed over here and Verna's like looking over like, Verna's sort of like, now Verna's looking at you, Titus. And she's like, greetings, mage. I am Verna of the Scourge. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Arendar's turn.
Okay. Swinging at the knight.
Ooh, natural one. 23 though avoids it. So just a non fumble, but cling.
And then I'm moving up to there.
All right, so you're running up the stairs. Would that? I mean, I'm assuming you're backing up to avoid attacks of opportunity, kind of thing. You're backing away first and then going around.
Well, I
you're
didn't
not.
have to move. I didn't have to move through a threatened square. I just left one.
Yeah, it's a good point. Okay, so I guess you could, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so he's like, so the hell that is like, ha ha, and you know, he's coming forward. Oh no, you're turning around to follow Wraith and Gorang,
Yeah.
and you see the Lantern Arch, and again floating over here, and then you see it shoot a single one of those rays straight down. And at that point, you see that the ray has discombobulated some measure of it looks like some sort of magical shell around there. Larion's body disappears and is replaced
With a centipede.
by Shaylin's body.
Whoa.
And she looks quite dead. There is a large slash along her abdomen that is quite bloody, and there's a lot of blood on the floor.
I am startled. I yell, okay, who's my closest colleague? Hey, Wraith, Shaylin's dead. Shealis is dead. The Shealis we thought was Shealis is not Shealis.
Hold on, I gotta tweet that. I have to tweet that. I'm sorry. I didn't have to tweet it already.
I mean, it made perfect sense.
Right?
And was totally clear. I
told you guys.
You were right.
You were right.
I thought she was bedazzling others, not us. Duh. God, that was stupid.
She has a bedazzle kit.
Oh, Wraith, you're not going to like this.
All right. I just want to make sure I got this right. Hey, Shealis is dead. The Shealis we thought was Shealis wasn't Shealis.
That's right.
Okay. Got it.
That's
Okay,
what
cool.
I said. And, you know, in my mind, it made perfect sense.
Got it. No, it does. It makes perfect sense. I think it's a grammatically correct sentence, too.
For a guy who hasn't slept in a day, I hope I did my best. I'm going to run.
You're just a humble monk.
And shout down, stop Shealis.
All right. So you're gonna...
Okay, how about stop Shealis? It's really, what's his name? That would be better.
Stop Shealis. It's really...
What's his name?
What's the name?
I don't know what his name is.
Larion? Are you talking about Larion?
Yeah, it's
Stop
really
Shealis. Shealis is Larion. Somebody shoot Shealis.
And watch out, because here comes Wraith.
Yeah.
Shot the Shealis.
And can I get as far down the stairs as I can, Les?
Yeah, you've moved
How far can I go?
Yeah, so 1 more, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you can get down to like about here, about halfway down the stairs.
Yes, sir. So right there.
Yep.
I point at Shealis. Stop him! It's not Shealis. That's Larion. Get him!
Oh, Chuck. Wraith's not going to be happy.
All right.
Not Shealis there, Wraith. That was Shealis is now back in the form that is dead on the floor, and that would be your friend Larion down there running around the door.
Yeah, I'll be coming down there shortly.
1, 2,
Calm aggravation.
4, 5. So he's chasing you. He's coming up behind you, Arendar, and he's going to.
He's lower ground.
He's still going to attack, even -2. So he's
That's
just.
the attack of opportunity for me, Les, first.
He went back.
I have
he
range.
got
10-foot reach.
Fuck, I hate that. Okay, yeah, take it.
It doesn't matter anyway, because I've been rolling shit.
Attack on Arendar. 18. Nope. But he's coming up behind you. He's laughing. He's like, I've got you on the run now, loser.
That's what he thinks.
You see Verna yell over to this guy, go and help him. And he comes running through here, kind of tiptoeing around the Badger. 1, 2, 3.
Actually, that Badger's going to get a swing.
Yeah, Badger's going to get an attack.
Of opportunity.
Oh, totally. I'm going to do it right here. So Badger, bite of opportunity.
A bite of opportunity.
He misses him. He dodges it. He's sort of like tiptoeing over there. And Verna's like, you three, help him. We need to go get the case. And these guys go running over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they're all stopping short of the badger because they're like,
Those things are nasty.
yeah.
And those badgers were hitting pretty much harder than they are now.
D6 per attacks.
No, I'm talking about managing to hit successfully. I think our badgers have been nerfed.
No. All right. So what's
Rafe, did you put the case in your chest? And are you carrying it?
I have the case in my backpack.
2, 3, 4, climb. So Verna gets up onto the thing and she's looking right at Titus. She can't do anything yet because that took all her movement. But that's where she goes. She's looking, Titus, she's looking at you like she wants to eat you.
In a good way?
No, in a bad way, in a sort of
Oh.
cannibalistic way. Sort of
Oh.
like imagine the worst, meanest girlfriend you ever had, like that.
Okay.
Meanest ex-girlfriend.
Yes, unless she's still your girlfriend. Badgers, they attack the thug because he's closest. They're running in there and they're going to attack. Each of them gets a bite. First bite. Oh, jeez. Second bite. Come on, give me a bite. Give me a decent bite. 20. I double tap. So 20, that will hit him. Bite and grab. Hold on a sec. All right, D6 on the bite, 5 points of bite damage, and this guy is now he's yelping because this badger, the southern badger, has got him. The sneeze is over on this badger, so I'm taking off the yellow. He's done sneezing, and he is got grabbed onto the guy's leg and is gnawing away. Oh no!
Yes, sir.
What do you do, bud?
All right. Well, I hate being fooled or tricked or deceived in any way. I want to really stop Shealis. Is Shealis, or who appears to be Shealis, is she or he still in the room?
Yeah, give me a
see her?
perception check.
I mean, I see her. Eric sees her on the map, but does Ono see her? Perception coming up. I roll a 17.
You see her. She's over there by the doors. By
I
these
shall-
doors and being progress. She's sort of slipping back through there.
Gotcha. I say, Shealis, or whoever you are, stop. And I run
No,
toward her.
you know who it is.
One. I say, Larion, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My movement rate is
30.
30. Thank you. Can I go one more? Less?
Can't you actually move on an angle and not every step?
You can't inhabit the same space that she is, so you can use your alt key and get right up next to her, though.
All right. I say, Larion, stop
Okay.
there.
What is she gonna do?
And then smack.
Can I do a non-lethal punch?
Sure.
That's
Yeah, if you're a martial artist, yeah.
That's what I do then. So I'm gonna roll my unarmed strike crane style, but I intend it as non-lethal.
Okay.
Here it comes.
You're just gonna punch a woman right in the face?
Yes.
Not a woman.
Oh
It's
my
Larion.
god.
Boot to the head.
You know, in these past 4 days have been real eye openers for Ono. First, he's like, I can't hurt these badgers. Now he's punching women in the face. It's been 20 minutes. All right, that's a hit.
He knows it's
4
not a woman.
bludgeon. So I'm just gonna do this.
Mhm.
So Shealis is like, bam! Oh, God! Why did you hit me? Why would you hit a woman? You evil teenager.
Evil teenager.
So yeah, you punch her. She staggers backwards. And she's like, "Oh my god!" Blood pouring out of her mouth, and
Okay.
and you hear a deceptively deep voice go,
I say, sit down and what's the polite way to say this? Drop the illusion now.
"Okay." So you say that.
Mhm.
Pose turn.
I'm gonna try to hit again.
All right, you can try and
I
hit
still
that
get
guy.
the +2 for.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
trying to get up the stairs,
it-
but you guys are blocking him. So, or you could try to get that thug and finish him off for the Badgers. 20 is a hit.
20 enough?
Yeah, finally.
All right. Awesome. Let me see what my
20 is his armor class, which I know is pretty tough for you guys, but he is a fully armored Hell Knight.
Nice.
Pretty good damage.
12 points. Damn, slipped one past the seam. Very nice. He's like, oh, God, what the hell is that? Spear boy, I'm going to chop you last.
Then take a 5-foot step back.
Yeah, you going to move it all?
Well,
Because yeah, if you take a 5-foot step back, you'll still be able to hit him, but he won't be able to hit you. And I'm not moving from here. I wanted to get myself an advantage, and now this is a nice choke point.
All right.
Yeah.
Bondi, you are now upstairs. Wraith is coming downstairs. He has the box. Torrent is bitching up a blue streak because she's like in Wraith's ear, like, we can't give it to this Asibu. We can't. And Gorang is just like saying, he's like, hey, let's go get the Sargavans and then we'll sort it out.
I'd like to ask Wraith if he would like to be a larger version of himself.
Don't we all?
Doesn't help archers. Actually hinders more than helps.
I don't know. Everybody I ever dated told me that it didn't matter. That size didn't matter.
Yeah, because your weapon, once it leaves you, shrinks down to normal size. But since you're bigger, it's harder for you to hit things.
Oh, okay. I didn't know your weapon shrunk down.
Yeah, once anything that leaves you goes back to normal size.
Then I will make the same offer to Gorang Asabu. He's a mace. He's a heavy.
Yeah, he's like, I do not know you, mage of the wood, but I would be able to bring significantly more destruction if you were to bestow that spell upon me.
That is my last spell, and that's what I do with it.
So you're enlarging Gorang?
Yep.
Excellent. Aha! So does he get any additional hit points?
No.
Feels like he should.
Plus 2 strength, extra. The die damage for his weapon goes up 2 categories. And
extra damage. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Hold on a sec. Let me do this real quick. Goyer scoring. Okay. Where are we? All right. Next up. Actually, it's Gorang's turn. I'm going to go ahead and get him properly into the thing. So his initiative. Okay. Not great. Not great. Let's go ahead and do that. Nice. Okay, and we're just going to move him right there. All right, Wraith, you have the case. Torrent is in your ear. Gorang is huge. Vondram is in front of you. The Lantern Archon is hovering over what looks to you to be the body of Shealis. Ono has run downstairs and punched a woman.
Okay, so I'm going to move downstairs 5, 10, 15, 20. And I need you to move me
over. Move
me to the bottom of the stairs. And how many would that be from where I was?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That at tight. Well, here is 5 squares.
So it'd be 25.
Yep.
So can I step off here for 30?
Sure.
You can do a diagonal.
Yep.
So I do a diagonal,
Mm-hmm.
and now I've moved 1 movement rate. Ono is attacking fake Shealis.
Well, he just punched her. And you see Shealis sort of holding her jaw. There's a little bit of blood dripping out. And you see Ono like this. And you hear him say, cut the crap and pull off the illusion. Larion.
But then on the other side, how far up the stairs is this clown?
Well, he's not. He's coming up the stairs and attacking Arendar.
He's on the stairs, but
even more so, there's a Chalaxian half-elf here that was looking at Titus. She's also looking at Ono, and you think that she's prepping a spell.
Oh, in that case, arrows.
Okay.
So,
is that a nat 20?
That's a nat 20.
Okay. That is a confirmed
19 to hit.
That is a confirmed critical.
Okay, well, given the fact that I only did 5 points of damage,
So you're shooting Verna? I just want to make sure I got that clear.
I'm shooting this, whatever that thing is there.
Okay, that's Verna. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So given that it was only 5 points of damage, instead of doing triple, I'll do the chart.
Okay, I like the way you think. Ranged attack. Lean into the blow. Target suffers maximum plus double bonus damage, but you drop your weapon. What?
What? No, that's
what it's-
ridiculous.
that's what
Come
it
on
says.
now.
That's
A
what it
critical
says.
a critical hit that causes you to have a problem. Are you fucking serious?
I'm just reading the thing, man. You want me to show you?
No, I don't want you to sell me. That's just
It's
fucking
max
stupid.
plus double bonus.
I don't know what that means. So
Well, so it's max damage plus you roll the bonus damage and double it. It may be a one-shot kill. She's got 28 hit points here.
okay, so a D8 plus 2 is 10.
So that's 10. That's max.
that's the max.
That's max. So what's double bonus?
So you roll
cube?
you roll your damage and then double it. So did you roll damage on the hit?
Well, I rolled damage on the original hit, which was
Okay.
4.
Okay.
So
And
plus
actually, 11 is
Plus
max
1.
damage. 11 is max damage.
11 is max damage.
Okay.
You start with 11.
The original roll would have been 4 points of damage
Plus 1.
plus
That's
so
5.
5. So double that's 10.
So
So
21.
21 points. Yeah.
Is that total?
I think so.
Yeah.
Boom. She goes way down. That arrow takes her right in the abdomen, right in the guts, and she's looking down. She was looking around, and then all of a sudden the arrow materialized in her hand, in her body, and she looks down and she's like, "Oh!" And she, blood is just gushing out everywhere. She is not happy at all. But you have dropped. You got to pick up your bow next time. And I am
Oh
going.
shit!
I'm going to screenshot this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I might be coming down with a cold.
Might be coming down with a very offensive cold.
Yeah, your chart needs an ass whooping, is what
It
your
is the
chart
best
needs.
chart I've ever seen.
Hey, you got a critical success. Here, fail at the same time.
Drop your weapon.
Right.
All right.
At any rate, yeah, that's my move.
I'll save it. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me grab it here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so she's hurt badly. That arrow just buried itself in her abdomen. She is hurt. Shealis is going to do a withdraw action, and she is going to do 1, 2, 3, jump down, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and she just runs out the door.
Go get her, Ono.
Okay.
All right. That's her. Arendar.
I am holding the line, so I am going to swing at what's his name.
Okay.
And this is higher ground, so plus 2.
18. 20 is a hit.
So 10 points of damage.
Okay. 10 points. Damn. I don't like you doing damage to my Hell Knight. That's can we stop doing that?
I will in a little bit.
Uh,
After he falls, I will do
okay.
it.
All right. All right. So you get another crack at him, and he's like staggering up. He's like, son of a bird. You hear him, by Asmodeus, I will destroy you, Volcana user. The Lantern Archon just sets down and essentially just sits on Shealis' dead body, so he's effectively out. Goran pushes Torrent out of the way. Get out of the way, Torrent. And like 3, 4, 5. So yeah, he's squeezing through here. Titus, you look up and you see this enormous dude coming down the stairs. He's just kind of like, he's got a mace in his hand and he's squeezing through. He's like, gangway, sir.
I guess I go, oh, excuse me.
All right. He passes through you, bumps you against the wall, and comes out to here, which will be a double move, and is like, where are they? And he looks over. There they are. And he begins moving towards, like he's going to jump off the platform towards those thugs over there.
He's got a combatant right here that he can probably reach right now.
Oh, yeah, he probably could. He's like, scourge scum. And he's going to swing. Let's see what he does. Ooh, he's good. Not that good, but still pretty good. All right, so he gets a +1 for size, doesn't he?
Yep, +1 for strength.
+1 for extra strength. Boom. Misses, swings and misses. It's too crowded over there. He's like, gents, get out of the way. All right, so that's him. He's there. Titus, you're up. Now you just flatten yourself against the wall and get out of this guy. You're not sure what's going on upstairs. Vondrum's up there. Torrent's up there. You're not sure if we've got the case or not. I guess, Wraith, you would have told him you got the case, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do, buddy?
Geez Louise. I am going to try to daze this. What is Elfie?
You're gonna try and daze Verna. Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. So she has to do it's a fortitude save, right? Or is it a will save?
Will, I think.
Hold on, let me check. Will negates. Okay, here we go. All right, and the DC
14.
14. Here we go. Boom, she's dazed. Arrow and everything. She's like, her brains are scrambled thanks to Titus. She is dazed for the next how long? 1 round. So dazed for her next turn. So her next turn is fungoed because of the daze. Nicely done, Titus. Now you can move too if you want.
I kind of shake and shimmy and pirouette and end with a dab.
Okay. I know it's dab wrong. Torrent is coming down the stairs. She stops here and just stops there. All right, it's their turn. Verna is dazed. She can't do anything. I'm just going to put her here. Hold on a second. All right, so Hell Knights is going to attack Arendar because he hates him now. I mean, he really does kind of despise him. 17, that's a
very
miss.
likable kind of guy.
He's thinking bull rush next time. The thugs
back up for that.
The thugs go over here and are attacking the badgers, trying to get closer. So they're going to do a couple of short sword attacks on those badgers. Boom, boom, boom. Those are going to be hits. So boom, boom. 4 apiece. All right. So this one's looking pretty peaked. This one less peaked. Oops, that's wrong. Hold on. There we go. All right. These guys, so these thugs all kind of go over there and they're chopping these badgers up so they can, I don't know, figure out how to jump up on the thing. That's that. Badgers are going to attack them. Let's just do that real quick. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. 2 hits on this guy. 9 points. Okay, so he's like, get him off me, as they continue to gnaw on his legs. Oh no, she took off out the door. Boom.
After her.
Slipped the thing.
Okay.
All right.
My land speed is 30. My run speed, it says, is 120.
Yeah, it's 4 times because you're light thing. So you're just like blazing out into the thing.
I'm gonna sprint after her at top speed.
Okay. So you essentially run out into the street.
Okay.
Right? And you get to here and you stop short because you see something that catches your eye.
Okay. Huh.
So
I
you
see.
look, so you see a couple of things. One, you see Shealis standing here, and this guy has a bow and arrow pointed right at her head, and she's standing there like this. There are two dead guys with arrows in them on either side of her in the street. And the guy looks over, he's got the arrow pointer, and he goes, "Oh, hello. My name's Randall. Does this belong to you?"
Yes.
Prop him.
Randall, who are you?
Oh, I'm just a friend of Gate Pass. Perhaps we could talk more about it later. But I saw that these Sargavans were putting a little pressure on this otherwise unimportant carpentry building. I thought I'd come by and take a look, and I'm glad I did, because I was able to put a couple of these fiends, and it gives one of the thugs a little kick. I was able to give these local ruffians a bit of nonsense, and then as I was about to come in, I saw this woman come flying out the door. I thought, well, that can't be right, so I figured I'd put a stop to that.
I see. Randall, I can tell you are no one to be trifled with. This woman is not who she seems. We believe she might have information that regards the military capability of Gate Pass.
Really, then? Well, I suppose we should put her to the question then, shan't we? Like I said, my name is Randall, and whom may I have the speaking of the honor of addressing?
My name's Ono.
Pleasure to meet you, Ono. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Any friend of Gate Pass is a friend of mine. So then, shall we take this woman back inside and see what she can tell us?
I think we should, but again, I must remind you, this is an illusion. She's not a woman. I believe this is a guy named Larion.
Not a
Larion.
woman. Well, she looks like a woman. I dislike deception of all kinds. So if this is actually a man, then perhaps this is in order. And he sort of puts undoes the bow, sort of puts the thing, and just goes bam and punches Shealis in the face. And you see her, God, I'm not, I think you broke my nose. A deceptively deep voice. I think you broke my nose. And he pulls, and then that bow just comes right back up, and he's like, "All right, then, how about we go back inside now?"
All right. If Larion's on the ground, I say, Larion, get up. Let's go.
He's not on the ground. He just like his hands were up, and he just got popped right in the nose, kind of thing.
Right.
All right, but you ran out there, so that would be ultimately your turn. None of the rest of you know this is going on because you guys are still in a big fight. Oh, you are up.
Okay, swift action. I'm going to enlarge myself.
Forward or rearward, like to this way, like to that,
yeah,
or to here.
No, I'm back one.
Back one. Okay.
She's stunned, right?
She's dazed, yeah, but she's shaking it off. She's pretty hurt though.
All right, I'm gonna try to hit him again. Hopefully she'll leave me alone for a round. Yes.
All right, that's it. Remember, you get extra strength bonuses as well.
Yes, I do.
Ooh, man. He only had 9 hit points left, so that is going to finish him. You managed to find that same crack in the armor with your spear blade that you found that last time, and it proves, I mean, you managed to get it in there, and it just cracks that plate armor open, and you see him sort of stagger backwards from the thing, holding his thing. The sword drops to the ground. Ta-ding! He staggers backwards and finally slumps up against this wall and slides down the wall with, as blood pours out from under his armor, just leaking out all the little seams of the armor.
Nicely done, Poe. Arendar calls out.
Vondrum. Where is Vondrum?
Vondrum is starting down the
staircase. Okay.
I am so sorely depleted. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here so I'm with the group.
Okay, you want to delay and maybe come back in later, or?
I got, I mean, I guess I could go down and fight.
I'm gonna take
Okay,
Lorelei down too, Les.
that's
Okay.
one move, and then I will go through all these friendly spaces and get to right here next to Arendar. And
Okay.
pull out my Elven Spear for the next round.
Okay, for against the thugs. All
Yeah.
right, sounds good. Wraith.
I suppose first I'm going to pick up my bow as a move action.
Got it. Still a little mad about
With
that, aren't you?
Smile on your
A
face.
little. And then, now that I have my bow, I'm going to shoot this little short-haired, pointy-eared chick again.
Okay. That's a hit.
22,
Yeah, that's a hit.
23. So it would be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. That is what she has. The arrow. She's just coming out of the daze. She sort of looks around. She's, her brains look a little scrambled. That she's bleeding out. That second one takes her right in the chest. Boom. Pierces the breastbone. She staggers backward, falls back onto the ground off the thing.
Hey, at least the animal cushioned her fall.
Yeah. Boom. Badger guts squirt out.
Yeah. So her corpse didn't hit full force. There was a badger there.
Okay. Arendar, you're up.
I'm
sorry.
I'm going to op fire and just kind of doing the whole waving to them down there, saying who's next.
Well, so you got these 4 guys. There's a dead Hell Knight. The Scourge Lady's dead. These guys are still fighting these badgers. Honestly, this could prompt a morale check here. These are local jackasses that got hired to sort of, fill out the ranks.
Actually, you know what? I'm still on upper ground if I'm right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that and I'll swing at this guy.
All right, you going to finish him off?
Well, we'll try.
11 is a...
With a 4, it's not.
Yeah, 11 is a miss.
Okay. But I'm still got higher ground, so.
And he's like, wow, what are you guys doing? Gorang is like, run, 2, jump, 3, stomp. Then he's going to try and he's got to
All
like
the
squeeze
doors fall
4.
down.
Yeah. 5, he slows him down. 6, 7, 8. So he's going to come over to here. And that's 2 moves, so he's not going to be able to. This thug is looking back at him like, oh, shit. Titus.
Titus is going to. I'm not sure.
You got room to run. Torrent's behind you on the stairs, but she's still pretty injured. There's a couple of thugs over there. They're fighting badgers. Arendar's over there poking them with a stick. Who knows what's going to happen to those guys? They may surrender en masse here in a minute if a badger takes another bite out of this guy.
All right. Well, I'll throw an acid splash on one of the bad guys. Like right there.
Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead.
All right, I will. Let's see. And here we go. 14.
14's a hit.
All right. Let's see. Damage is. What happened? What happened? All right. So I believe it's. 3.
3 points. Okay. He's still up. He is not a very happy dude. But now he's got acid and a chewed leg. So yeah, he's starting to emit whimpering cries at this point. Torrent is going to come out here and jump down, sort of find some safety. All right, what are they going to do? Well, he's gonna try and attack the badger to get him off of him. Oh God. Oh my God.
And commits seppuku.
And manages to commit seppuku. Let's see what happens. Oh, broken blade. He breaks his short sword on the ground, missing the badger. Snap. So he is effective. This guy here is effectively unarmed. These guys are like, fuck this. This guy disengages, runs over here. This guy's going to break off from the badger here. This guy is going to turn around and he backs up against here. And this guy says, hey, look, don't hurt us. Don't hurt us. And this guy yells out, what are you talking about? He's like, look, they're all dead, Bill. You know what? There's no sense of fighting these guys. They're going to murder us. We surrender. We surrender. Badgers don't care about surrender. They still attack. Claw bite on that one guy. Ooh, that's a hit. Miss. Hit. So claw and bite. So that's 2d6. Other one, 3d6. 3d6 damage to him. This may kill him. This may be the first badger casualty. 13. He had 7. He goes down. The badgers. He goes prone and he goes down screaming and whimpering. Acid on his face. Badgers gnawing at him, and they just reach for his throat and just they just kill him. They just rip his throat out and start chawing on this dude. The other guys are, redouble their screams. We surrender. We surrender. Don't kill us. Don't let those badgers eat us. It's terrible. Oh no, what do you do? By the way, after getting punched, I think he's going to change into, where did they go? Where's my stuff here? Oh, that's why. I'm an idiot. That's what it is. Many things that befall me can be explained by the fact that I'm not very smart. There he is. That's the wrong one. I don't want that one. Okay. He's turning back into Larion. Well, no, he's staying in the Shealis, but
he's half Larion, half Shealis.
He's turning back into Larion. I just don't have the guy right now, so
gotcha.
He's turning back into Larion. Maybe I do. Hold on a second. But yeah, he basically sheds the sheds the idea that he is Shealis. The disguise, it's a glamour. He sheds the disguise and becomes Larion again. So he's there.
All right. Have I dragged him inside now?
6 and 17. No, you haven't. But it is, I believe it's your turn. Hold on, I just want to get his hit points in. Do you want to bring him back inside, or do you want him to be out here?
I'm going to grab him by the hair and drag him inside, and we're going to have a group conversation.
Okay. It's half speed to drag somebody by the hair.
That's fine.
If you bring him inside, it's going to be a short conversation. I'm just saying.
Sandra's going to get on that too. He got duped. He feels stupid. Very
Larion,
short conversation.
Come inside. I drag him.
All right, so half speed, you can move whatever your speed. What's your speed?
30.
Okay. All right, so you can move a total of 30, dragging him inside.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. So he is essentially behind you right there as he's being dragged. He's like, hey, take it easy, dude. And this guy is sort of coming in behind. All right, so go ahead. Well, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
How damaged does Larion look?
He's pretty dinged up. He's seen better days. So I'm trying to get his thing here. But he's still trying to keep his composure and still be cool.
Let's say, Larion, we're gonna ask you a few questions.
All right. That is Ono's turn, correct? So you can see his health. You should be able to see his health bar now, right?
I do.
Okay. Poe.
I'm gonna go back to normal. go back to normal size, and I guess I'll walk down. This is 5 feet. You said to just jump down to that?
Yeah, you just jump down. It's essentially a 2 move, like if it was difficult terrain.
Yeah. And these guys are all not attacking, right?
They've
They're
thrown
all-
down their weapons and they put their hands up and they're looking mostly at Gorang, but they're also looking at you as you shrink back down and come in. And it's like, oh, wizards! It's wizards. We're fighting wizards, man. This was so stupid. We should have never thrown in with those Scourge guys, man. That was dumb.
Yeah, I'll tell them to go sit in the corner, grab up their weapons.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a couple of short swords. I mean, they still have like knives on their belts and stuff like that, but none of them seem to be
There's
at
still
all
some active rodents down there.
Active badgers.
Well, no, they're actually eating this guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, you haven't moved. You just told these guys stuff. You could try and stab a badger. It's not a euphemism.
I mean, I would think that the carpenter who owns his shop would probably be happy that his badgers survived this. So, I mean, if I don't have to kill him, I'm not going to.
Well,
Okay.
two of them at least.
No.
Yeah, 2 of them are already dead. There's a bunch of corpses laying around too. He's gonna come in tomorrow and work, and I was like, "The fuck happened?" All right. So yeah, these guys go over to the corner and they sit on this table. Sit next or lean on this table, and they're just like, "We're done." Vondram.
Vondram just moves down here, keeps his spear out, kind of got his eye on Torrent.
Okay. Wraith.
Are we still in combat? Or
Yeah, I'm going through it till. I mean, so that would be the
Oh,
end
yeah.
of the combat round.
But do I see this guy?
Yeah, so Ono drags Larion in. He's got him by the hair, and Larion's like, "Easy, dude. I'm coming. All right, I'm coming." And you see some other dude behind him, and he's got a bow too.
So if I go here, which is a single move,
Mm-hmm.
I have an unfettered shot at Larion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take it.
Wow.
Oh man, this is straight up murder of a prisoner. I like it.
And
Oh.
Vondram's going to take a knee.
But I won't. Oh, I have precise shot. So
I
little
know, but
chance. So
I'm going to accentuate the support I'm giving you. to shoot
10
back.
to hit,
11.
even 11.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's going to be enough, dude. Hold on, I got to go back and check out his AC.
You had too much rage in your face. You overshot it.
Well, you never know. He's being drugged by his hair, so he doesn't have his dex.
I would guess he's got his dex, so I got to see what that is. Though.
Why would he have his dex?
He probably
Uh,
just
Being
had a drama.
drugged by his hair.
Well, I mean, he's not like on the floor. He's sort of like being frog marched by his hair.
Okay.
So even flat-footed, his AC is 13. So I think that arrow is going to bury itself in the wall. He looks over. He's like, "Hey, dude, calm down. Don't shoot." He's still got arrows sticking out of him.
Uh-huh.
Don't shoot, man. I think, dude, you just got to mellow. Seriously.
And I'm going to say, get the pack or get the information out of his bag that he stole and kill him.
Oh, was that addressed at Ono?
That was addressed at everybody. I'm just saying it out loud.
Okay. Arendar. We'll do one more round and then then it'll be 11, so we'll probably stop. But then we'll drop out of initiative because I have a feeling that my man Larion's not going to make it that far. Arendar, what do? You want to kill a badger?
No. As soon as I hear my brother talking to him,
Mm-hmm.
and I heard the twang, I know what's going on. I'm coming over here,
He's like, dude,
and I'm going to tell him.
Arendar, keep your brother off me, man.
"We told
Arendar,
you
come
not
on,
to-"
you know me.
Yeah, I'm going to say, and we told you not to cross us again.
I did not cross you. I swear. Look, I know what this looks like, but I didn't cross you guys. Shealis called me and brought me in here to help broker the deal with this guy over here. He'll tell you. I was just here for protection from
Okay.
Shealis, and that's it. You guys came running in. I didn't know you guys were looking for. I mean, that you guys were
Wait,
doing
yeah,
this.
you did, because you knew we'd been searching for this the whole time.
Yeah,
And
but
you're
I mean,
brokering a deal to sell it to someone else. That's crossing us.
I didn't know.
Ray, you just can use his back, Ray.
Yes, swing. Gotta swing.
He can. He moved too far.
I moved too far.
Gorang is gonna go over here, and he's like, Larion, You are a perfidious bastard. I would not be put upon if these gentlemen who have helped me, and now I would help, would put you into Pharasma's keeping.
So in polyglot, less talky, more stabby.
He's like, he says back to you in polyglot. He's like, look, I fight in a fair fight, but I won't kill a prisoner. That's not how I do. He goes, I'm obliged to you, but in this, I cannot kill an unarmed man.
Oh, I will if I get next turn, but I'm thinking Race can beat me to it.
Titus,
Yes,
it's your turn. If you want to kill a guy, if you want to murder somebody at Wraith's bequest.
If you want to
I
murder,
do.
He's got how many magic missiles do you shoot into? Just one?
Yeah.
yeah.
He's got 4 hit points left.
That's
Okay.
doable.
That's within magic missile kill range.
If I get a good roll, it is.
If you get a good roll, and well, let's be honest, you've been rocking those rolls tonight.
I don't know.
I mean, it's up to you. You could kill him, or you could put him even closer to death.
Let's go for it.
All right, I like the way you think. Straight up murder.
All right, so I just roll for damage, right?
D4 plus 1.
D4
Yeah.
plus 1. Magic missile comes shooting across there, winds around the doors, and slams into
4.
Larion. 4 points.
That's 4 points.
It kills him. Larion's talking to Arendar, you know me, when all of a sudden a magic missile passes through his head. And you see this glazed look on his face, and then his eyes just fill with blood, and there's like scorch marks on the side of his neck as it goes through, and he sort of like stands there for what seems like an eternity as you guys are watching, and then he just collapses right to the floor. Then you see this guy sort of poke his head in, and he's like,
Do we know him?
no. He's just like, so I'm not asking him any questions then, is it?
He had his chance.
Oh no, my good man. I thought we were going to put him to the question. It was a change of plan?
I was gonna ask him a few pointed questions, like what was his game? But we
already know that.
Well, we've asked him several pointed questions, and the response to them was all lies.
Yeah, always a lie.
There's no expectation that it would have been any different. Search him. He has information on him.
Actually, we're going to loot every single body in this building, both upstairs
Okay.
and down.
Okay.
So
You want me to put that loot together for you?
yeah, put it in,
Say,
in an email probably. So
And
both
and
Masons-
I'm going to tally up experience
Every-
points, get you schooled up in experience points. So this guy looks around and over the body of Larion, and he says, my friend Ono hasn't had a chance to alert you as to my presence. My name is Randall. I assume that you are members of the militsiya. Am I wrong about that?
Do I recognize his name?
No.
So if he's a member of the Gates Pass militia, how would we not know him? Or at least know
as far
of
as
him?
you know, he's not a member of the militia. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna clear my throat, scuff my feet a bit awkwardly, and say, Randall, these are my friends. This is Randall, Bowman. Bowman. It is a guy with a bow, and he was covering Larion outside. He arrested Larion's escape progress, allowing me to collar Larion and drag him back inside, where he seems to have met a horrid fate.
Fallen to an unfortunate accident.
And so,
Titus is like,
Dar,
I'm good at what I do. I'm sorry.
I say Randall seems to represent Gates Pass in some official capacity.
Oh no, I assure you, my any representation of Gate Pass that I do is purely unofficial. Torrance looking at this guy like, maybe I know this guy, but he doesn't.
Arendar will speak up and say, well, if you stop this slime ball, as he points down to the ground of the dead dude, if you stopped him, I owe you a vote or a vote of thanks, and I'll extend my hand out.
All right, he takes it. Well met. Your name is Arendar, then.
Yes.
Mine is Randall. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir. May I come in?
Sure.
All right, he comes in, and at that point, we are going to stop. It's after 11, 12 on the East Coast, and we will take this up next time. I will send loot, and I will send experience points for B team potentially later tonight, and then we'll resume.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Awesome.
All right.
Les, can you hang out a sec?
Yeah, sure.
All
Last
right. Good night, all.
Good
Thanks, you
night.
guys. This was awesome.
Yep.
All right, guys. Wish me well during the snowpocalypse.
Good
Stay
well.
inside. Direct
Yeah.
pressure.
Direct pressure.
How much snow are you supposed to get down there?
More snow than we've had ever.
And how much is that? Like 3 inches?
Like an inch or two.
Like 6 inches.
3/4 of an inch.
Don't go driving.
No, well, no, I'm not going
Yeah,
I'm not going anywhere.
Chuck and I were talking about that when we first started. It was
Yeah.
like, nope.
I get, where I grew up and where I've lived, I've sort of gotten kind of a feel in driving for snow. Ice is well out of the question, but snow is not that bad. But here in Texas, they are terrible at even driving in rain. So I'm not going anywhere.
Good for you.
I do
I
not
can't
blame
imagine
you
you've got
about
lots of
it.
salt trucks down there.
No, they don't. That's what I mean. The stuff that up in your area is natural.
They're at least prepared up
They're
here.
prepared for it. They have salt trucks. They
Mhm.
know what to do. They prepare 2-3 days in advance. Here, they're just like, oh shit.
What do we
That's
do with
their-
that?
Yeah, that's their response. Oh shit.
What
do
the
we
hell is this
do?
white stuff?
Yeah, like I said, we've not had more than probably a 1/4 inch of snow in 30 years,
And you guys are getting 4 to 6 inches?
and we're getting 4 to 6 inches at conservative estimates.
Oh, come
The
on.
European estimates are higher than that.
Oh man. People are gonna get out there and act stupid. People are gonna die.
Unfortunately, that's a possibility.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
So
I'm stoked for one. I can't wait.
Good luck.
I'm watching out the window.
We're
I'm
supposed to
so
get 4 to
excited.
10 inches tonight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. So that's gonna be awesome.
here's the other thing. If we get a lot of snow, I can't go anywhere because ta-da, I don't own a snow shovel. They don't sell those here. I couldn't buy a snow shovel unless I went on Amazon.
I think they just
Delivered.
call them
No, you
shovels
won't.
there.
I
Well,
think
no, there's no such thing as a snow shovel in Southeast Texas. If I can't shoot it, I don't know what the fuck to do with it.
you
You
try
guys have
shooting it. I don't know how helpful that's going to be.
Yeah, you guys have a
Awesome.
good night. I'll see you next week.
All
All right, see you, brother.
everybody.
Take care. Stay safe, man. Don't go outside.
I'll do it.
All right. Later, dude.
That was funny. Bye, guys.